Okay, I should be back and audio should be working. Is he still going? I don't. Okay, we're gonna put that away. I think that should have worked. Why is this happening? Nope, I want that. Why does it keep opening up over there? I have a page already dedicated. Okay, we should be back. Technical difficulties all taken care of. Put that on live chat. And I don't even know if okay, I think I'm back. Okay. Okay. Technical difficulties over. Move this. One of those things where you never know what it really is, but there we go. Rearrange my chair. Gotta actually put the torch now, and Dave's still not there. Excuse me while this thing has to start up. You're gonna hear that clicking and I'm sorry. Oh, he's starting. What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn down my music for me so I can hear him a bit. Turn that and we'll keep him kind of up, right? Turn him up all the way so you guys can hear him. Oh.
Darksea Deathful. Is that how you say it?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna close that. We're gonna wait until the song's done. Bacon there. Alright, now we get into it. Turn down.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Level 1 Podcast, and welcome to a brand new streaming week that is absolutely jam-packed full of awesome stuff coming up on Dark Side Phil.
Okay.
I hope you're ready to have some fun down here on Level 1 with me.
Oh, he went back to the down here on level 1.
We got so much going on today. We've got a bunch of game news to talk about. In fact,
damn.
4 big stories that I'd like to cover for all of you today. Get you in the know. We've got ongoing new releases that just began on Tuesday. I'd like to obviously talk a little bit about each of those new releases and give you the skinny on what I think about them just in the initial couple of hours that I played them. Yesterday was my day off. And whenever it is, you know, me coming back from my day off, I like to talk a little bit about what went down during that time frame. Of course, this coming weekend, we've got not one, but 2
I gotta wait for the
special
clay to
days
cool down.
that we'll be over on DSP Reacts doing React-style content. We got my normal weekly show, DSP versus the Internet, and then we got a special day-long documentary event that I'll be doing on Saturday.
Ooh.
So we have got a lot of cool stuff happening here for the end of February. I hope you guys are pumped and excited. I hope that this will get you reinvigorated for the content here, because let's be honest here. Yes, it has been stagnant since I've been playing essentially the same games. The only real new thing we've really been doing recently was Hogwarts Legacy, which was really good when it started, but an RPG like that, you know, that's going to be lengthy in our open world. Once you get around hour 20,
all he does is like lengthy RPGs because he knows he can drag them out.
And so, it is definitely exciting that we've got new stuff going on here, and I'd like to talk all about it. I'm feeling reinvigorated and happy, and I'm excited for the future. Especially this particular week should be a good variety week of stuff. You can always tell when people are excited when I take a look and we're just starting the podcast, and we've got like double the amount of people we normally would have on the stream. That's good. That's good. I'm glad that you
We're
guys
at
are
only
excited this
281.
week. Okay.
What are we talking about here?
So, geez, where do you even start when I got so much to cover on today's show? Today is Thursday, the 23rd of February, 2023. Just so you guys know, later today there's a state of play. Now, they kind of came out of nowhere with this. It was announced around mid to late on Tuesday that Sony's doing a state of play broadcast this afternoon. I believe they said it's between 1 or 2 p.m. Pacific time, something like that.
He's rocking so much his camera's
starting
trying
the games.
to like
I'm
focus
just
on
coming
him.
back from my day off. I'm not interrupting my schedule to cover this thing. Undoubtedly, whatever information comes out of it will be interesting, and I will talk about it likely over the course of this week's streams and or tomorrow's podcast. So don't think that I'm going to not pay attention to it or anything, but it's coming out of nowhere. And so I couldn't really even plan for it or say, gee, would I like to react to it? I mean, I don't have an opportunity. I already have things planned out for this week, and I can't take a whole stream away to do that. So I will eventually
do more work. You can't, guys.
Get caught up. In fact, I guess it's supposed to cover various topics, a lot of
He's
VR
so slow
games
at
in there.
everything.
But there's, of course, massive rumors. Will they talk about Silent Hill? Will they talk about Final Fantasy 16? Will they talk about, who knows, right? It could be anything with the Sony State of Play. And there's a lot of speculation. It could be a big one. It could be a dud. You never know. Personally,
move on.
I don't care about the VR stuff.
Move on.
So anything they're talking about VR there is pretty much completely the most uninteresting stuff for me. But obviously, I want to know about other game releases, all right? So again, I'm sure you guys will be telling me over the course of today. I'm sure I'll do some research. By tomorrow, I'll be able to talk about all these individual games that they're talking about in State of Play, okay?
I guess I gotta open that up more.
So
Or does that look better?
All right, so let's see. Where do you even start? I guess what we'll do, let's start talking about what happened a couple days ago with the new releases. Let's cover those first. Then we'll do Phil's Day Off. Then we'll do game news.
Then we'll do
and
Phil's
then we'll do
Day
schedule.
Off.
Or should we do... Let's just start talking about the games from the other day, rather before we get ahead of ourselves here, okay? So...
He doesn't want to talk about his day off. Maybe he made money. Who knows?
Like
he got
Dragon
paid.
Ishin
Paid by YouTube.
And Atomic Heart.
What's up, Ziggy?
With Like a Dragon Ishin,
You just missed the technical errors
of
of me
very similar to the Yakuza
fucking up my
franchise,
mic and stuff.
only it's
But
going to be set
everything's
in
working.
Japan.
How you doing, Ziggy?
Well, I was about half right. It's definitely similar to the Yakuza franchise. The graphics, the combat styles, the open world exploration, RPG-esque stuff, the missions you come across, etc. Very reminiscent of Yakuza. So if you like the Yakuza games,
I'm trying to open up his eye more. I didn't like the
Like a Dragon
too.
Ishin.
It was
What
too
I was wrong was the
strokey looking.
time
He
period,
looked
because this
too
actually takes
lopsided.
place a lot further in
Wanna
than I
even it
thought.
out
It's
a
not
bit.
like classic feudal Japan. It's actually the tail end of that time period when Western technology was being integrated into Japan. Foreigners were flooding in, sailing in with all kinds of things like guns and stuff. And so the combat actually is an integration of both, swordplay and guns, which is kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I actually thought it was going to be,
I'm chilling.
More
I'm chilling right now.
traditional.
I was sweating a little bit because I was like,
and
what
that definitely
happened?
kind of threw me for a loop a little bit.
And then I tried to do a new
here's the
command
thing,
that didn't work, so I got to
alright?
work on that again.
This game is a remake of a game from 2014 with modernized graphics and some modernized tweaks to it. Essentially, it's the same game, but they've improved it a bit. Why is it just releasing now? Because this game originally was only in Japan and now is being ported worldwide so that Western audiences can also enjoy it. Mostly because if you take a look at the last 5 to 7 years, the Yakuza franchise blew up worldwide. It became a mainstay in gaming culture. I mean, Yakuza Like a Dragon sold insane amounts compared to the previous games in the franchise. So now that it's mainstream, now they want to bank on the fact that they've had spin-off games in the past that were Japan only. I get that.
I'm just gonna say this right now, is that like one of the things of why Yakuza Like a Dragon happened was because I remember it was the April Fools and it came out and it was like, oh, turn-based, let's do turn-based, and then people were like, actually no, seriously, do turn-based, that actually looks like a lot of fun, and it is a lot of fun, and I like both turn-based and just brawler type. Oh, let me go back. I realize
But at the same time, this game follows all the tropes of older Yakuza games, meaning you start the playthrough, right? the game has like 2 hours of story before you actually get to the meat of the game, where there's
you should
open
have
world
started the game
exploration,
instead of doing the
running
whole
into quests,
meandering
doing
like you're
combat.
doing now.
It's like, wow, that is a really slow burn start. And listen, I'm all for story and a good narrative, but even I was getting bored in the first 2 hours of this game, just saying cutscene,
Yeah,
dialogue,
I know.
dialogue. Like, oh, the pacing at the beginning
You
of
could
the
say
game could have been
bulk,
so
you
much
could
better.
say anything else, but
I
the
really feel
meat.
like, sadly, that's going to hurt the chances. That's definitely going to hurt the chances of people following the playthrough. I went on Tuesday. I started that stream with over 400 viewers. By the time that stream was over, we barely had 200. And that's what happens when you have slow momentum at the beginning of a game. People are like, oh,
well,
okay,
you're
it's gonna
also
be like
just
this.
uninteresting and very boring,
But that's actually
and
not
you have
the
to
case. The
explain
game in the
everything that
final
you're
hour
doing
that I
or
played
act
on
like you
Tuesday
know
got
what
much better. Once you
or
hit
the
that
authority
formula
of
stride
this knowledge
open
or
world.
whatever.
Oh, look, here's a random encounter. Use your combat and level up and get new abilities, get new heat finishers that are really fun to watch. Then, oh, look, I found a special a mission.
And build up
has
the
some narrative
shoulders.
and dialogue to it. It's kind of interesting. Sometimes it has quirky writing. It's
play
funny.
here.
You know, it got better. It just took too long to get to that. And that's sad, because I hope that doesn't mean that people now won't show up for the rest of the playthrough, because I'm really liking it so far. And I think it's actually going to get better now that we're getting further into the meat of the game. Okay?
Yep, there it is again.
Well, it's pretty much exactly what I thought. It definitely plays like Yakuza. It's even though they look like characters from the Yakuza franchise, so it's kind of like, it's funny because they look familiar, yet they are not those people. So it's good so far. If you like Yakuza, you're likely going to enjoy the game, and you'll likely enjoy my playthrough of it. But there's some people who likely had an open mind, and within those first 2 hours were like, oh, I'm completely turning off from this, and that's sad. I wish that maybe hopefully they'd come back tonight as I play it on my late stream and give it a second shot to see that the whole game isn't just cutscenes.
I think he's just that boring, and it's
I guess we'll see what happens. All right. Now, the other game that I played on Tuesday was literally I had no clue what to expect from this game. And quite frankly, now that I played it for 2 hours, I still have no idea what to expect from this game. It is a wild game called Atomic Heart, made by a game studio, I guess, called Mundifish. This is their first outing. So when you have no previous frame of reference and no experience, you really don't know what they're going to make.
Who says that?
It is
their
weird.
First outing.
The game opens up with a setting that really feels like the
old
world of
man
Columbia
talk,
from
seriously.
BioShock Infinite. And much like that game, within the first like half an hour of being introduced to the world, all of a sudden all hell breaks loose, everything falls apart, and now there's all this combat and chaos, and you're struggling to survive. But the game kind of seems to me, how can I say, it seems a little bit unfocused, and it definitely seems chaotic and messy. And what I mean by that is, you got a protagonist who talks a ton, but most of his dialogue is very stupid. Like, he's like a dummy, and he's constantly arguing with his talking hand. Yes, he has a machine on his hand that he talks to that serves as kind of his companion and guide through the game, but he's constantly bickering with it. It's very annoying. Like, why is he doing that? You know, and his dialogue is pretty shitty, to be honest. It's not very interesting. It's like, you're the protagonist, you're supposed to be this guy. I don't really want to be this guy. It's a little annoying. The audio in the game in general has issues. Like, you'll be walking through an area, and you'll be hearing someone next to you talk.
I want to try to get this thing done so I can start
talk to the hand,
doing some details,
but then
I want to get all the
will start talking.
tertiary
So you've got like
forms,
3 dialogue
little
things
lumpy
all
parts
playing at once.
on
You can't make heads or tails of what's going on, and the volume levels don't seem to really adjust or make sense. So there's parts of the game where you don't know what, it's like just chaotic blabbing. And it's like, that's not good. There definitely should have been better audio direction here, because it's trying to get you into this world. This oh, the world is perfect because the Soviet Union has taken over the world or whatever, and it's a world of crazy futuristic tech, but then all the tech malfunctions. And of course, you're being told one thing. You're being told that it was some kind of a rebel or a deserter or a traitor who caused all the tech to malfunction. But have you actually seen any evidence of this? No, you haven't. It's just what you're being told by your hand, and your hand is a robot being run by likely this propaganda, controlling state.
So like you
maybe the
telling
hand's
your
lying to you.
fans
You don't
not
know what's
to
really
watch
going
certain
on.
things
You're just trying
outside
to survive.
of your channel.
But the dialogue is pretty bad,
Everything is
admittedly. And I don't know if of all the things in the game, the story starts strong and then immediately kind of gets stupid. And I don't know if the story will be interesting long term or not. And now we got to get to the gameplay elements. It's a wonky game. But the combat just feels so unpolished, and it feels like a PC game from ages ago. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I don't
enemies,
know what you're
these
saying.
robots
Please
all
tell
look
me.
like crash test dummies. They come at you, and you can dodge out of the way, or you could just try to overwhelm them with attacks. You're just swinging wildly. You can't really do much. Like, there's a heavy attack, but the heavy attack is kind of slow and lumbering. As you level up your weapons, you can get better attacks. Like, I have this attack now with the axe that I do a 360 spin, and I can hit multiple enemies with it. But it's just bizarre. It just doesn't feel polished. Like, if you play other first-person RPGs with combat in them, like Fallout or Skyrim or, you know, the Thief series,
here we go.
the Deus Ex
Here it
series,
is.
the melee combat or the combat in general just feels more refined. This feels like a very basic engine that doesn't seem to really. It doesn't seem like it's polished at all. It just seems like maybe it's functional, but is it fun? And when every enemy is running across the entire room with a Superman punch and hit you in the face for 60% damage, it's really weird. It's like, what were they going for here? I don't even know. It doesn't feel like. I mean, maybe they were going for something completely unique.
Yeah, Ziggy, basically,
it's kind of wonky. Like I said, it doesn't feel precise. Some of the enemies, they come out and immediately they have a physics glitch. They go, they start like vibrating like crazy on the screen. Like, what the fuck is going on with the physics here?
My mouse is
let me put it
behind
this way.
my
2
screen.
hours in, it's a weird
Like
game.
behind my
and it was
green
funny
thing.
because I look at the feedback I get on my channel during my day off. Okay.
Sip. Take that sip.
And I'm reading all the comments from this playthrough so far. Here's
Screening
what I'm
all the
seeing.
comments.
Here's the comments I'm getting. All right. Like a Dragon Ishin is the kind of game you would like to buy and play yourself, but maybe the playthrough wouldn't be the best thing to watch.
Honestly,
However,
yeah.
Atomic Heart is a game
Depends on the
literally
person.
I would never buy or play, but it's such a weird game. I'd like to watch Phil play it because I think it'll be entertaining to see how weird and clunky and buggy and unfinished and
because you will complain and
wild
be
this game
salty
can
and
get.
stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a Dragon,
So
when
it's
you
kinda
play those
weird.
games, are really
Because
fucking
you would ask me
boring.
right now, what do I think is the better game? I definitely think Like a Dragon Ishin is the better game of the two. But I think people have a point that when you get a game like Atomic Heart that's such an oddity, it's such a weird game and anomaly,
know.
right? That it likely will end up being the playthrough that more people want to watch me play because you never know what's going to happen. You don't know how zany it's going to get or what weird thing's going to happen next. And I guess that says something, right?
I guess that's
So I guess we'll continue on. We'll see what happens. Now, what's hilarious is, you know, out of all the weird shit going on in this game, the one thing that morons focus on is this one moment that's absolutely obnoxious. So you walk into a room.
Hey, guy with two
and
names.
there is just a
I fixed my mic, so
giant
hopefully you can hear me
rectangular
better.
red metal box that looks like a refrigerator almost. All of a sudden,
Oh,
these
he's
robot
still
tentacles
talking
come out
about
of this
this.
thing.
Oh my god.
It starts pulling you towards it, and it wants to kill you. It's trying to kill you, but they gave it a female voice that's basically saying
Prude side Phil coming
sexual
out.
things to you.
Nice. Okay, cool.
It's the weirdest thing, and I was like, "What the?" Now, originally, all right, maybe it's supposed to be scary. It's trying to pair this stupid, dirty talking fridge with it trying to murder you, and it's obnoxious at first. But like, okay, whatever. But then what happens is, you hack it or whatever, so now it's not hostile anymore.
Oh,
This
Ziggy, I wanted to
actually
show
is
you.
supposed to be
I started working on a
unit that
little
you need
hoof
to interact with over the course of the
to
game
make
to do all of your
arms.
upgrades. All right, so this is going to be upgrading your weapons. It's going to be upgrading your abilities. So it's very important that you learn how to use this thing, and it's got a unique menu system. It's a little different from other games, so you got to kind of mess with it a little bit to understand
Unique.
it. But as you're trying to sit there and interact with the thing for the first time, it continues to talk dirty to you. It's like, what the
yeah, it's
fuck?
malfunctioning,
and
dude.
it's so intrusive because
Part of
again,
the story.
just like the other audio issues in the game, the fridge
like,
starts
the
to talk,
beginning of the
you're
game.
talking to the fridge, your hand is talking, and it's just like this cluster conversation of shit. It's like, shut the fuck up. Let me just concentrate. I'm trying to learn the upgrade system. And you're trying to literally do things in the menus, and you cannot concentrate. Because it's like, imagine if you're in a room, and oh my god, something important is happening right now. I need to respond. And you got a moron here saying, meh, 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 meh. On the left-hand side, you got someone saying, boo. And then in front of you, someone's dancing, saying, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. So you got meh, 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 boo, ha ha, ha ha. All around you, like,
Oh
what-
my
what-
god.
what-
Guy with two
No,
names.
I did concentrate.
Come
This is
on.
important. I need to concentrate on this right now. Oh, that's what it feels like.
I do like both of
I
you
mean, I
guys
could
though.
care less what the fridge
guys are
is saying
funny.
to me. Just shut the fuck up. Allow me to just sit here and concentrate on my game so I can learn a critical thing. This is the thing. You need to learn this system to upgrade for the rest of the game. if I fuck it up now and I don't know what I'm doing, I might dump upgrade points and crafting materials into something that's not worth it. I need to concentrate.
Yeah, that
It's like
happens.
the morons who made this game, and yes, I hate to say it, whoever made this part of the game are
Oh.
morons. You don't fuck around when you're trying to learn a critical piece of the game, because then you could ruin the rest of the game for the player. It's moronic. It's idiotic. It's like they never played a game before. And it
This
drove me
dude
nuts.
doesn't make
So I
games.
muted all the audio. And what's hilarious is people are like, you see, Phil's muting the audio because the game's talking sexual to him and he can't take it. No,
Yeah,
moron.
he can't take it.
You could join the moronic nature of the people who
Oh,
made this
now he's
part of
getting
the game.
defensive.
Because you don't understand. I'm just trying to learn the game. Especially when I'm doing it on a live stream, and this is going to be a playthrough that's public. This
Look at those
isn't me
eyes.
fucking around at home for myself, and if I fuck it up, it's no big deal. If I don't learn how this stuff works, how the hell am I supposed to play the rest of the game?
Like, you really
So I
care.
actually
You don't care.
muted
You're gonna ask
the audio
chat.
of the game and in my headphones just so I could sit there. It's like, we're gonna sit here for like 5 minutes. We're gonna learn the menus, and I did. So I upgraded my shotgun a bit. I upgraded. That's how I got the spin move on the axe and stuff like that. And after that, I was like, did they shut up now? So then I unmuted all the audio. Like, yes, they're all quiet. Thank God, now we can play the game. And for the rest of the stream, it was fine. You know, it was just that one really obnoxious
I wonder what a
part.
dark side Phil game
But
would
again,
be.
it seems
Would
like
there
whoever
be
the
just
audio director was
shitty
for the
dialogue
game
everywhere
is a
that doesn't
piss-poor
make any
audio director.
sense
They really
and
don't
like
understand
useless?
what makes
Like,
the
it would
game
just take
fun
up file
or
space.
when to have those moments of humor or whatever you want to do. I mean, honestly, it's kind of disturbing. There's a creature, a robot creature, trying to kill you, and it's talking dirty to you, like, ugh.
Yeah, he did.
It
He
makes you
really
feel
did.
Like maybe that's what they were going for, like horror, right? They were going for a horror moment, to which I'm actually okay.
Dialogue.
For that,
Yeah,
to
it's
be
just
it's
like,
a horror moment.
oh,
It'll
there's
scare
this
me for a
handsome
bit,
man
you know?
who,
But at the same time, then to have that
God, it would
droning
be
over
about
a
him
critical
though, right?
moment where I'm
He would
learning the
be
gameplay
like one of the main
element, right?
characters.
So I didn't check. I have no clue, but you would think that's probably what all the morons on the internet were talking about yesterday when it comes to Phil couldn't take
Morons.
the stupid sexual fridge. And you know what was funny? Because after that part, when I unmuted and everything, someone made a comment in the chat and they were like, oh, so you ruined the game because you did this, that. And I was basically like,
I mean, yeah, you kind of
here's
did.
what you can do. If you want to live that moment for yourself, you can get Atomic Heart. You could replay that moment on loop on your own console, and then you can like lick her icebox, and you can shove her head into the fucking the dairy section of the fridge.
So I'm just gonna say this really quickly. Live streamer who wants to gain an audience, keep money, keep getting tipped for playing games, is saying, fuck you, go play the game yourself. I'm gonna play it this way, and if you don't like it, you can get the fuck out. That's like, dude, no wonder you're not retaining
Whatever you want
anybody.
to do, if that's your kink or whatever, go for it. I mean, that's fine with you. Go for it. But for me, I'm trying to play a fucking game and learn it. So I don't want to dick around with this nonsense.
What's your
I just want to
kink,
fucking
Phil?
concentrate. And I
That's what he
couldn't do
meant.
it. So, there you go. Anyway, that was just kind of one of the notable things. And by the time that we finished the 2 hours of Atomic Heart, it seemed like everyone was of the impression we want more of this because it's such a weird game, right? So, okay, good. I'll play more of it if that's what you guys want. Now, here's the thing. That was the initial 2 hours, and today we're going to play it as the major stream, 3 more hours.
You
We're
gonna
going to
mention
today
support?
judge if this ends up being something that we actually do a full
Oh,
playthrough.
see, there you
After
go. You
today's
guys playing
stream, we
nice.
gotta make that
Friends being
determination.
friends.
Now, I don't know. I would say the atmosphere is good, right? And some of the horror elements are quite good. But right now, the dialogue and the audio is just kind of intrusive and messed up. And the gameplay itself is kind of wonky and does not feel polished to
Why
me.
didn't you just put it in
Maybe
like
that will change. But for now,
the
it just
original,
kinda feels
like
a,
just have
it
them
almost
speaking
feels
Russian
like
and just
older
going
PC
for it, you know?
game where they're trying to throw a bunch of stuff at you, but none
rather
of it is
than
really
having English
feeling
dubs.
refined. You see what I'm saying? But let's see. Let's see what happens as we get further into the game. Let's see if it ends up being, better or worse. Today we'll make our judgment. All right.
Make a judgment.
So those are the 2 games I tried. On Tuesday, and then I told you guys that on my day off I was going to be uploading a video, but I didn't really tell you what it was, and it was a hit. So what did I upload on my day off? So there's this video that I've been working on with someone for a bit, actually. Actually, this video, no exaggeration. What is that noise? Hold on. Hearing a humming noise. Do you guys hear it?
No, I don't. I have music on.
Just like a very faint humming. Maybe it's the bugs inside of my capture device. Remember, this capture device was donated, and the trolls have said that there's actually audio speakers in it capturing all my audio from my office and broadcasting it out to the trolls. That must be what it is. Now it sounds like
This man can't
a very, very low pitched
not
noise.
mention trolls. They're the lifeblood of his business. Free publicity. I mean, I'm doing it right now.
It's not the light.
But I'm also telling
I'm not
you,
sure.
don't
I don't know.
give him money and
Once
stuff
you start
because
playing games, I won't hear
he's
it. I
a
don't know.
scammer and a
It's
piece of
low
shit.
pitched noise.
He's distracted. He does this.
I don't hear it when I turn my head.
He does this thing where I do believe that he's trying to he uses these distractions to kind of like move, and I don't know how to explain this. His arguments, right? His arguments are always stupid. And when he gets sidetracked, he uses that opportunity to start thinking about his point. But also, I think he just gets distracted and can't focus. It's a toss-up.
Here, I hear it more when I turn my
Yeah,
head
see,
here.
he's like just trying to kill time and
Whatever.
not important.
Anyway,
I don't think anybody's saying anything.
you two have voices in your head, Swagonito. I'm very sorry about that. Those of us who live with voices in our head, it's not a very good thing, is it? Anyway,
Oh my god.
I uploaded a video yesterday during my day off, and it was an experiment. This is a video that actually I had
Everything's an
had in the
experiment.
works
This
for
guy,
over a
nothing's
month,
like
okay?
legit.
And just some transparency here. This video had technical issues where, for some odd reason, it kept glitching and stuttering and having these weird ongoing issues where every time that I was trying to get it so I could upload it, it would corrupt or have a problem. I don't know what the hell the problem was with this video, but
Okay, this is an
after
excuse.
like a month of work, it finally got it to work. And so it is live here on the channel. If you didn't see it, it is what does DSP do on breaks, correct? Or is that how it's titled? What's the actual title? The actual title is what does DSP do during breaks? No.
Oh,
where does DSP
I saw
go
Shinko's short and I
during
thought that was
breaks?
funny.
Excuse me.
I didn't even
Where does
see
DSP go during
Bill's
breaks?
short, so I don't know
And
what that was.
essentially, it's a very short video, only about a minute, but it's an
Fire.
Oblivion kind of reference parody. Give it a look, see what you think. People seem to really like it. It's got more views, no exaggeration, more views in 24 hours than any of the playthrough videos that
I don't
want
want to be Mr. Views.
So people liked it enough that they watched it and watched it again, and it's got, you know, thousands of views. At this point, I think almost 4,000, right?
Oh my god.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, 3.5K it's got. That's a good amount of views.
You audit
For a
on
little
stream.
video like that, just a minute, right? So obviously I'm happy you guys liked it. If you guys, you know, like that
That's
kind
all
of
he
thing,
has, Iggy. That's all
it
he
was
has.
an experiment. You know, I actually had to record those voiceovers and things to do it and everything.
I had to put work in to do things, so yeah.
So what I actually did, since it really stands out and it's not a part of any major playthrough or anything like that, what I actually did.
See, he's distracted by something. He knows. I mean, this is a boring. This is
No, it's not that.
a boring
It's
topic.
over here.
Who cares about a 40-year-old man uploading a video and it getting 3,000 views and saying, "Oh, I did voiceover work and I did extra stuff," and now we get an empty
something on
chair
my
segment
PC. Okay.
where he
Well,
is doing the old man thing of searching for the sound.
that's not surprising. It's something on my PC. It's probably like one of the fans or something. I'm just gonna ignore it now because I know what it is, and I'm not gonna hear it once I start with games anyway. Okay.
This is the man who also said, "I learned to ignore the lamp when it's on." I have a lamp over my head right now, lighting this thing, and I'm not sitting here going like, "Oh, that lamp! Damn, it's on." It's really, like, this man's just stupid.
So, yeah, it was a fun little project. I'm gonna leave it as the featured video on my channel for a bit, only because why not? It's not related to any particular playthrough. It can't really get outdated. It's kind of a
he's
one-off
worried
special
about that,
video,
yeah.
So watch it and let me know what you
Being
think.
outdated,
In general,
I
the
guess.
feedback seems to be very positive, and you like little things like that. Maybe every once in a while, I could do like a little mini skit related to a game I'm playing or something like that. Okay.
No, please no.
Cool. All right.
don't.
So that's the games aspect of what's been going on. Now let's talk about my day off yesterday and a little
Oh,
segment
here we go.
here on the Level 1 podcast that I like to call
I was trying to test. I muted his
I've got about
his little.
I've got good and bad things, okay? By the way, Baby Man Gaming, that's completely false, and I'm banning you now. Seriously.
What did
What's
Baby Man
hilarious is
Gaming
people
say?
like to say dumb shit. That's completely false.
What?
So, get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna go back. I know I'm like way behind. It has 259 likes and 446 dislikes. That's pretty good, I think.
I mean, that's completely false.
I'm behind
He
anyway,
doesn't
so
go
I'm gonna
outside, so
jump
they're not afraid
forward,
of it
sorry.
anymore. They come right up, they'll eat the peanuts or whatever. It's very cute.
Oh,
But
shit.
yesterday,
Hold on.
alright?
I
I go downstairs,
wanted to hear this day off segment.
very afraid of humans. So if it sees us, make a cup of coffee, and you
Okay, sorry. Go
enjoy
back.
your permanent ban, you fucking dunce.
There we go.
There you go. You
I'm
deserve
so
it too.
sorry. I remembered why.
He's a blatant liar, so he can go fuck himself.
It's
So,
not lying if I can go check and see.
On
what
my
it
day
is.
off yesterday, what did I
Probably
do?
go do that
Well, last
after
week
this.
I had a full day out with my wife. This week we decided.
I mean,
to stay
King Jad
home,
might do that
but
too.
I still had errands and
Prove
things that
it.
I had to run. Various different things that I had to do. In particular, here's how the day started. So I wake up in the morning, and here's how we start our day. Basically, we wake up, and usually have a drink, a cup of coffee, and my wife likes to put some peanuts in a little bowl that we put.
In the office, when that new, like after season 5, when Ellie starts coming in as like the new secretary at the office, she's describing her day, and to I think like Idris Elba or something. It was one of those episodes where she's like, I woke up and I started, and it's like, you don't have to tell me you don't have to get into that detail. And she's like, I opened my eyes and started my day. So that kind of energy gave.
And we have
I
all
woke
kinds
up
of
on my
woodland
day
creatures that
off.
come by to munch on some peanuts in the morning. We got little squirrels.
We
that
know
come
you're
by,
awake.
Tons of different kinds of birds that we've seen, and incidentally, there's actually a stray cat that's been coming by the yard just for like a minute at a time, but it's very afraid. It doesn't like humans, so it has no collar or nothing, and it's very afraid of humans. So if it sees us, it runs. But it was neat to see all these. Every morning we put out a little bit of peanuts, and they come by for 15, 20 minutes, and you get to see some nice wildlife. And Jasper loves it because then if the wildlife
heard
comes
this
by,
noise.
he gets to be there at the back door. He's like going crazy. He gets to see and interact with the wildlife, and he loves it. What's funny is at first the wildlife were very afraid of Jasper, but now they know he's an indoor cat. He doesn't go outside, so they're not afraid of him anymore. They come right up. They'll eat the peanuts or whatever. It's very cute. But yesterday,
Literally,
alright,
Ziggy. That's yeah.
I go downstairs.
My
and
day
I'm actually
started
down
when
using the
when I
bathroom
opened
or
my
whatever.
eyes.
And my wife goes downstairs and she puts out our usual bowl of peanuts or whatever. And I go into the kitchen, I start making my
usual bowl of
coffee, and I
peanuts?
walk to the back. I say, "Oh, what's that?" I look down, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh god.
I'm not kidding you.
Gonna hit the button.
Ready for this? Ants!
Hey, they came back. The ants are back.
Fucking ants!
They came back.
February.
Yay!
There's ants
The ants are
coming
back.
into the house. I was
I
very
don't have
upset.
to update my other
I was
drawing
like,
now.
what the fuck? I mean, we got
The
rid of
ants
these
are
last
back.
year. We had them for weeks and weeks. It was like a month and a half. These fucking ants wouldn't stop coming in our house. And so the last thing I wanted
We'll
was
put
the
an
ants
ant
to
in the
return
queue.
and think that this house is a place where they could get food. Now, there's already kind of some good news. So last year, I had bought these ant traps. Now, the way ant traps work is they have ant bait poison in them. And it's basically like a clear
Ant
gel.
bait.
And I
bait
think the clear
poison.
gel apparently has like sugar or something in it that's attracted to the ants, but it's also got bug poison in it. So we had these in the house, and one of them, the one incidentally at the back door, had leaked onto the floor. Now we had tried to clean it, but it's very sticky, gooey shit, and I didn't get solvent or whatever. So we just kind of left it there. We're like, it's a little bit on the floor, whatever. It's not a big deal.
What?
It's just sitting right there on the edge of the back
Well,
door.
hold.
So hey, if anything ever,
I realized. Okay, hold on. Didn't have any solvents, but could have used, Dawn dish soap, hot water. I mean, any kind of household cleaner should have taken care of that.
tries to come in,
God damn.
they're going to go right for that, and that's the poison anyway, right? And the good news is, no, thankfully, Jasper doesn't want it. He's not going for it or anything. Cats, by the way, don't like sweet. If you don't know that, cats do not like sweet. They can't taste the flavor of sweet. They can only taste salty or savory.
Yeah,
So
their
to
whole
him,
chat's
that's
bringing
enough.
up the
He's
ants
like, he doesn't
again.
know what that is, so he doesn't even go, he doesn't touch it or nothing, doesn't lick it. So we just left it there.
Okay,
And
I'm having
I'm
trouble
looking
with
down,
this.
I got
this
ants
other eye.
that had come into the house, and they all
gonna
went
push
for this
this part
gooey,
in.
sticky pile of leftover bait, poison, whatever you want to call it, and they're basically eating it. And I was like, ooh, Well, this is actually fortuitous, because if that had not been there,
Fortuitous.
those ants might have snuck in, and what they did last year, they would go immediately from the back door to the what do they call that? The woodwork at the bottom of your wall. I forget what it's called. The not the paneling, not the awning. What is that called? The piece of wood you put at the bottom of your wall. I can't remember. It has a name for it. Okay, is it a baseboard, a footboard, whatever you want to call it? So they would go under there. Now you can't see them, because they're under the baseboard. You can't see them at all, and they would go all the way around the
okay, I guess he's
dining room.
okay.
And then at one
I thought he
point,
was talking
randomly,
about
they would
wall
just
trim.
jump out,
What the hell?
and now you'd have ants all over the house. Okay, they would use that baseboard as a way to protect themselves, so we couldn't see them going through the house, and they would just attack, basically go out looking for food.
They would attack. They would attack the snort fort. Oh no!
At the back door, likely they would have went all through the house, but thank God, the poison was there, so they're all eating it. I was like, "Ha! We got them!" So I ended up squishing a bunch of them.
Just lording over these ants.
Some of them got and left and went back to the colony. I don't know if they did. That's the whole point. You're trying to kill off the
bested you,
colony.
ants.
And we kept looking at it all day. I'd say probably for about another 2 hours. Every once in a while, we saw a couple of ants. And we got rid of them. But then it stopped. So the good news is, after a couple hours of keeping our eye on it, it looked like it was only a very few little bit of ants had come in, and we had put an end to it right away. So I already had ant spray from last year, and I sprayed the whole back step of our, that leads up to our back door.
Jasper's on it. Watch, yeah.
Then
he's letting them in though. No, he's letting them in.
Ant traps.
He lets them in.
I put one just outside the door, and I put one just inside the door. So now these guys come, and they're hungry, which is the reason they're coming. They're gonna go right for those traps, get the food, and we should put the kibosh on this shit right away this year. No more.
So if he still had the ant spray, does that mean that
like we were last year?
Does that mean he didn't really use it to kill the ants, and he just kind of lived with the ants for a bit?
More ants. Like, what the fuck is this? These fucking ants. I mean, the only way that we 100% got rid of it last year is I was constantly, like, for a week to 2 weeks, I was spraying the ant spray on the back step, and then the landscapers came by for like between spring and summer, like that time, and they did a thorough landscaping of our yards. And when they did, I think they might have disturbed wherever the anthill was that they were coming from, and that was the end of it. We never saw them again for the entirety of the year up until now. So got a hold of the best.
They're
and
back
I got traps already out. I think we're okay. Because now we got it early. We caught it as soon as it happened. We caught it.
Yeah, that's what it is, Ziggy.
So hopefully this will not become an issue. Can't have ants.
That's his lifestyle.
Last year was a nightmare. We don't want that back. I hate having fucking bugs like that in the house. It's gross. Okay.
It's gross.
So we got
I don't
that
like
done.
that. It's gross.
I went out and about doing my normal stuff. We had a pet store to do, grocery store. Picking up things for meals for this week and stuff like that. Nothing too overly special. I had to go pick up a medication for my wife. It was really stupid because with certain.
Hold on. You don't want to put those two phrases together. I gotta go pick up medicine for my wife, which was stupid.
Medical insurance, okay? You can actually have you can have three options. You can either pick up your medication from the store, which is a hassle to have to drive to the store to pick it up.
It's not. It's really not.
Have it shipped to your house, or depending on the medication, you can actually have someone deliver it. Okay?
Oh, he went with that option. He went with that option.
Doesn't have time, or maybe she forgot to reorder it right away. She'll say, "I'll just have someone deliver it." It's fine. It's covered under your health insurance. So this works about 95% of the time. But just like with these other food delivery services, right? Every once in a while, you get a dunce who can't read. And I hate to say it, that's the problem with this whole gig economy.
Okay. It feels like that. But he's using this to just shit on other people, where he refuses to actually get a real job. Like he thinks this is a real job. He thinks streaming's a real job, but no, it's not.
You'll have
this is really
people
gross.
who are completely competent. They know what they're doing. They're great
What
workers.
about you?
They do their job above and beyond.
Do you do your job above and beyond?
And you want to get them again, and you can't, because in the gig economy, you just get whoever is delivering whatever. So in this case,
I'm just going to say this really quick. Yes, the gig economy is what kind of started this problem of just not having consistent work, or actually having workplace practices to, maybe help out employees and protect them and actually pay them living wages and benefits. But no. Phil's just like, eh. He
my
doesn't
wife
understand it. He
needed
just
a medication. She was about
summarizes
to
it
run out
down
of it.
to the
And
stupidest thing.
It was supposed to arrive yesterday, and the thing never showed up. And then she looks at the tracking and it says, "Oh, person couldn't figure out how to deliver it and returned it back to the pharmacy."
Yeah, dude, your house is weird as hell.
There's
to
literally
get into. It's
step-by-step
confusing.
instructions printed on the thing on how to deliver it. So you go to the front gate, you know, here's how you access the community.
He probably only does that. He probably goes, go to the front gate, then do this. And it's not like, hey, take this street to get to this gate, because apparently there's 2 gates to his property. One that lets you out, I guess, and one that lets you in.
And we're all the way in the back. It's just a person who can't read.
That's
And
I'm that same way
job,
too. Like if I really need to go and find it, and I know that I need it,
read,
and it's
don't
something
take
important.
A job where you have to read.
Oh. Sometimes, Phil, people who put in their delivery instructions don't know how to fucking write, and probably you weren't concise with it, and you're so familiar with how to get into your place that you don't over explain for those people who are doing something that you could do on your own.
This is the problem, is I get the feeling a lot of these people think, oh, this is just a gig where I can just take it and all I do is I press go on GPS and I just follow the GPS. That's my job. It's not. You need to have intelligence. You can't just do that job without understanding there might be some circumstances. What if there's a rerouting?
Oh, this man is testing my patience, but yeah, I'm of that like mindset where if you're gonna complain this much, just go do it yourself. Like, but he wants to do this because he wants to. I don't understand what that means.
It's a rerouting, right? It's like, you see?
Take that sip, you motherfucker.
It's just really funny. That these people think that they could take a job because they don't understand English, essentially. It's what it is. They don't understand English, and then they don't, you know.
Okay, we're getting into subtle racist Phil right now.
I've had times, I told you, I've ordered food before. They deliver it a community over, and they say they delivered it. I had the one time where the guy was next door.
This
in
shit
an apartment
fucking
complex,
pisses me off.
and he's trying to call me. But I'm texting him like, here's what you got to do. Go here.
Yeah, you're so afraid to get on the fucking
in your
phone.
Complex. Come outside right now and get your food. And I was like,
seriously, yeah.
You're not in my complex. There's a GPS attached to your service. I can see where
Step
you are.
outside
You're
then,
next door.
Phil,
All you
and
gotta
prove
do,
to him.
You go out to the main road. You take a right. You come back. You'll be at the front gate. Come out right now. He's like yelling at me. Like I did something wrong.
Hermit white man complaining about people who are not white
like,
delivering his medicine, well, his wife's medicine and his food.
That
he's the dumbest fucking human. This is honestly like this is the first time I think, Ziggy, you're gonna see me get really fucking mad, because shit like this, where when I'm in freedom chat in raw DSP, I'm like screaming at these moments because it is just so entitled, and he doesn't know what like suffering is. He doesn't know what that is or what that looks like, or he's always been bailed out. This is
the freaking there was a delivery that,
but I'm enjoying
somehow
the stream.
Claims they couldn't get access. This reminds me of, remember the FedEx delivery of trying to get this capture device delivered. There was no access to the person's home.
Yeah,
except that we were sitting at home all day. How was there no access? All you had to do was contact us. You had our phone number and everything. So what are you talking about? Just laziness. So
okay, and to counter this point, he had mentioned one time with the whole seafood debacle where he was like, "Oh, there was a photo on a wooden porch, and like he went outside looking for it with his flashlight and stuff, going to everybody's porch, but then he realized there was no wooden porch." In that story, he talks about how he saw on DoorDash that the food was on its way. It was going to be like an hour or whatever. So he put it down to watch Cat play. And he didn't have his phone on him. He was ignoring the notifications.
I had to drive to the pharmacy and get the prescription. Not that it was a big deal, but it was funny because
it is, because you're complaining about it right now.
When I get to the pharmacy, the pharmacist, I say, so it was a here. It's my wife's meds or whatever, and they go look. They say, oh, we don't have it.
Or whatever,
like,
my
okay,
wife's meds or whatever.
They tried to deliver it yesterday, and they said they didn't deliver. They couldn't deliver it. And they looked and said, "Oh, wait a minute," and they went and picked it up, and here it is.
I'm gonna do a quick stand up and stretch. I'm still
printed on
here.
a piece of paper, big ass eligible or legible letters. Here is exactly how you deliver it. It tells you where to go, what to do, step by step. It's like lined up. My wife had typed out these instructions for anyone who needs to deliver something to our home, how to do it, and the guy just couldn't read it. So he delivered it all
I'm
undeliverable.
X'd out on that.
Anyway, so I had to do that on my day off.
I'm gonna stretch. Give me a second.
What else did I do? Nothing too special. However, my foot is killing me. And I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. You know, I have gout. This is something that's been an ongoing problem ever since 2015 when I was diagnosed
I've been seeing
by
people
doctor.
saying diabetes.
And I don't know if my left foot has it right now or not, because this is not what it's been like previously. And I'm a little nervous that maybe I hurt my foot or something. So, for those who don't know what gout is, I have a acidic chemical imbalance in my blood. All right. If I eat too much of red meat or just meats in general that aren't low acid,
I'm kind of glad that I fixed my mic to
eat too many
stream
fatty
and catch
foods,
this.
like if I really pig out and I'm eating a lot of like greasy burgers or pizza or shit like that, if I go on a drinking binge,
I really think it's probably diabetes at this point.
Non-stop, okay?
Unless, yeah, he's been drinking a lot.
That make me have a bad flare up in my acid levels in my body.
So
now,
the food you eat, the diet, and the drinking.
In the ball of my foot,
everything.
Not the ball of my
foot.
Okay, you know where your big toe connects to your foot? How it's kind of like a big swollen joint there? It is a big joint for everyone's foot, right? That joint where the big toe connects to the main part of your foot. Typically, I get a buildup.
This is a gaming channel, by the way.
It's acidic crystals that will build up in that joint. And what ends up happening is the joint swells up huge and is excruciatingly painful. It's inflamed. Now, I've had serious gout flare up in many years because I've made adjustments to my lifestyle that I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, I think so too.
I
That's
drink
something that
tart cherry juice
you
literally
really have to
every day.
be
I
on
got
top
a big
of.
ass glass of it that I drink, and it's been known to reduce acid levels in the body, or at least level acid levels in the body. I've dramatically cut back on my intake of red meat, pork, and that kind of stuff. Okay. I don't drink nearly as much. If I drink, it's every once in a while. I used to be like a non-stop drinking alcoholic, and that's been long gone. I don't do that anymore.
X'd out, big X'd out on that one.
Of course I do, but I don't eat them all the time. Whenever we're eating at home, essentially we're eating home-cooked meals that are decent for you. Definitely not the healthiest, but it's also not horrible for you. It's kind of, at least sometimes healthy, sometimes not. But
Oh my god,
but anyway,
this man.
It's annoying because this is an issue that will never completely go away for me. It's something that could periodically come back and then go away and then come back again. But anyway, a little over a week ago, my foot started to hurt, my left foot. But it didn't feel like a gout flare-up. It was like the top of my foot. And if you touch it, you can feel it's like the muscle on the top of my foot and up through the core of my foot going into my ankle is what really hurts badly. And what's funny is right now I'm just sitting here with my foot elevated, and it doesn't.
That's a good idea.
Much, maybe a little bit if I really try to stretch the foot. But when I step on it, because that's when all the pressure goes on your foot, and that's when it's going to get strained in that muscle. And it's like,
I'll look something up really quick.
Bad.
Give me a second.
And it's been on and off. Like a week ago, it was hurting, and then within a few days, it went away. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just, I just pulled a muscle. I just had an issue. So all of a sudden, Tuesday, as I'm streaming, it starts to hurt again. And I'm like, what is going on? So yesterday, I had to go out and do all these errands and stuff. And by the time the day was over, my foot's throbbing. And I went to sleep. I woke up today. It's still throbbing. I actually took in a leave this morning to try to help it. And I think it is starting to help a little bit. But man, this sucks. Like, I don't know what it is. And I hope that I haven't seriously hurt my foot. I mean, I'm not a super physical guy or whatever. But that would really suck. Now I've got a whole week here where I'm streaming, so it's not going to be a giant deal. I mean, I hobble around the house, but I just hope it's not a big deal. I'm literally staring at my foot. There's no visible swelling. There's no discoloration. Like, it's nothing like a gout flare-up that I've ever experienced. Yet when I step on the foot, it hurts. Is it a torn tendon? Is it, I have no clue. I really don't know what this could be.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it really quick because I just quickly looked this up, and I'm gonna pop this onto this screen, It says right here, foot pain symptoms of diabetes. So foot pain is a common complication of both type 1 and type 2 diabetes, especially when blood sugar levels are not controlled by medicine or a healthy lifestyle, i.e. Phil. People may not be aware that they have diabetes until they experience these complications. These symptoms may lead to them seeking medical care and get diagnosed. So the cause of the foot pain in people with diabetes could be nerve damage. What is this?
Charcot foot.
Charcot foot. And then obviously, like what we said, Ziggy, was poor circulation leading to wounds, ulcers, and infection. So, oh, okay, so this might be his thing. Is a rare complication of diabetes usually due to I can't say that. I'm a bad reader. When the bones of the feet are damaged, early signs of inflammation, you may not be aware of any of these symptoms due to loss of sensation. Well, he can feel it. If you continue walking, bones may break or move, and then the arch can collapse and lead to rocker bottom, a rounding of the bottom of the foot, offloading orthotics. Okay. So maybe that's what he's getting. I don't know.
So, hope for the best, right? Hope for the best and hope that it's not an ongoing thing. Anyway, so after I'd gotten home from all of my errands and all of that, we ordered out. We actually ordered Indian food. I got butter chicken. My wife got chicken tikka masala with some naan bread. Absolutely delicious.
Butter chicken.
Pretty spicy. And then we watched 2 hours of someone playing Dead Space Remake, and they're almost done. Basically, one more like 2-hour segment, and they're gonna finish the game.
Who do they watch?
So right at the tail end,
Who
and I'm
did
actually
Kat
excited
watch?
to see how she reacts to the end of the game, because Kat has never seen the end of Dead Space 1. You know, the big twist ending that's exciting. So I'm actually very interested to see how she's gonna react to it for the very first time, because she's never
Rob's
seen
gonna
it.
win.
And then we actually watched like another hour or two of someone playing Hogwarts Legacy. So that was our day yesterday. Nothing too. Oh, one notable thing. My wife. Well, okay, it's notable. It's kind of sad. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. Hold on.
What's happening today?
Do we have this
with
here?
Phil? Noticeable but kind of sad.
Not on this one. Hold on. I think this is it.
I'm gonna have to
My
figure out a new
wife-
camera setting
Listen
to when
to
I start
this,
detailing
alright?
it. Okay, here we go. Listening, Phil.
Put away all the winter and Christmas decorations.
Oh my god. Fuck this man. Fuck this man. I'm just gonna mute it for you, Ziggy.
Really a sad day in the
There you
Brunel household when all the nice winter wonderland and Christmas-like decorations go away.
It's
I'm very
almost
sad about this. I'm upset. And I have to
what
wait
is it?
till
It's
like November again.
the
to
end
see
of
them.
February.
She put out
now.
more generic, like springtime decorations. You know, we have a few fake
Springtime
flowers and
decorations.
little fern, like fake ferns and things that we've accumulated over the years that she puts out. And she actually put away, because we have a lot of candles that are like
yeah,
winter
Ziggy, it's
themed.
about to be March.
Those went away, and we put out the more generic, just white, electric candles. And I'm very sad. Let me tell you guys something. You guys know what a big fan I am of the holiday season. And for some people,
He has
the
nothing to
holiday
say, so
season
he
is
has to
just
just
like
bring this
Thanksgiving and
up.
Christmas. But for me,
Because he
it
doesn't want
really
to play
is
games.
it's an ongoing thing. It's a state of mind. Remember, Christmas can live in your heart all year long. And I like having that spirit of festiveness and giving. And
You
when
don't
the
give.
Christmas decorations
People
finally
give
go
to
away,
you. That's why you like
it's
Christmas
kind of a very
so much.
sad thing, where it's like, really? Now we can't sing Jingle Bells, and we can't, stand around the Yule log, drinking hot cocoa, and having visions of sugar plums dancing in our heads anymore?
That's not what you care about. You just know that's going to be dry until summer.
No.
But
Anyway,
even then,
no, what's funny
we're
is
on the.
I was out doing all the errands, and I came home, and my wife had been redecorating the house, and I was like, oh, really? No, actually, I'm happy. I'm happy because, spring, I like spring. The problem with spring is the pollen. If it wasn't for the pollen, I would like spring a lot. The problem is
Oh,
springtime,
no,
there's
we're gonna
always
get a lot of
pollen, and I get
snorts.
allergies. So what we're gonna do
If my
is
post-nasal
likely the
drip
next
just
couple of
gets
weeks,
so fucky.
as it starts to warm up, because temperatures likely will start warming up sometime in March here in Washington State. I'm going to go and get air filters for our furnace. And what we do is we don't have the heat on in the spring. We have the air circulation. We just turn it on for fan. So the air circulation cleans the air.
Oh, I got to stretch
have
again.
good filters in there. So we're going to buy the better filters and try to clean the air with the you know, the vents and everything this year. Last year was bad. Last year was a really bad allergy year. And I'm hoping it's not that bad this year, but you never know. Every year it's hit or miss. So
every year it's hit or miss.
so
we
we
don't
had
know.
that, and you know, that's really our day off. I'm trying to think of anything else really happened. Not really. Nothing too crazy special. But I was basically pleased because number one, I'm gonna
get my back massager. Hold on.
Basically, what everyone was saying about
sorry
the two
about
new
hitting the
playthroughs
camera.
on Tuesday. I read all your comments and approved all your comments on DSP Gaming from that. I was very happy about that. And you know, in general, there were some leftover comments coming in on DSP Reacts from the React content that I'd done over the course of the week. Although most of it, admittedly, is trickled out now. But seems like in general you liked it. You know, there's a lot of suggestions for improvement that I'm going to try to implement this week. You know, particularly naming of videos and things like that. But for the most part, it seems like there was a very positive reception to everything this week, which is good. And it seems like you guys are ready for a reinvigorated week, which I'm happy about. Because I'll be honest, I was a little upset last week. I don't know if it came through in the videos or the streams or whatever, but I was.
Sorry for all the jingling of the.
Because, you know, I try to maintain entertaining stuff for you guys.
No,
I
you
want
don't.
you guys to be entertained no matter what. And every day when I'm coming to DSP Gaming, and I'm noticing that viewership is diminishing and dwindling on everything I'm doing on the channel, I'm like, that's not good. That means that I'm doing a bad job of keeping you guys entertained, or else you would be watching more. And it actually makes me feel bad that I'm not doing a good job. And I don't like that. Actually, I was feeling really down on myself and kind of a little depressed before my day off, because I was like, man, I guess, you know, I was hoping with the announcement of DSP
He's
Reacts
trying to guilt trip people now.
that people were going to be kind of excited and reinvigorated. But then I'm looking at like, wow, people are really saying that everything I'm doing is kind of boring, and it made me feel made me feel shitty. But that's not your fault at all. That's just me being honest with you guys. It's like, yeah, if I'm not doing a good job of entertaining my audience, I don't.
This is me guilt tripping you guys, saying that I'm not doing good, but you're still gonna pay for it, right?
I don't feel
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I feel like I've let you down.
It is bad, and he should feel bad.
As I was saying last week, I was thinking, oh, this is the week there'll be a rally, and people will rally and get memberships, so we can hit our members goal for the month. And you know,
his pay pigs have him conditioned, or he thinks that the pignosis still works.
Especially with the new games, and literally we got 0 new memberships all last week, 0 in a whole week. 0.
It's like they conditioned each other.
And I was like, wow, that's bad on me. That's not a bad reflecting on you. That's bad on me. Because maybe if people felt that I was putting up enough content, they would support it, and people didn't in that method. Other people on streams absolutely did. You know, the streams overall did all right. And then, you know, that last day, you know, Tuesday also.
I know I'm a little bit behind.
Essentially, I had 2 new releases, and typically on a new release day, the support is sky high, and it wasn't. In fact, no exaggeration, Tuesday was the lowest supported day all week. Other days when I was playing games like One Piece Odyssey,
this isn't our
or
responsibility, or
you know,
we
or
don't need to hear this.
Modern Warfare 2 streams, those
Monkey
were getting
face
more
looking
support than the new release day. So again, that tells me like what's going on here. And at first I was a little worried, but then I basically saw you guys really enjoyed the content on my day off. You left a lot of positive comments on it. You really enjoyed that special video that I put out, you know, the Oblivion video with me edited into it and all that. And it kind of made me feel better again. I was like, so maybe again, what it is when you're a content creator like me, and you rely very much on the audience, right? I'm not someone who has a million viewers where I have any kind of insulation from risk. If I'm putting out content you guys don't like and you're not going to support,
I'm enjoying the free content. It's bad, but I'm enjoying it.
And I was definitely feeling that pressure last week a lot. All right. By the end of the week, I was actually feeling kind of depressed. And now that I have my day off and I'm watching you guys watching the new gameplay and you're liking it.
I understand being a creative person and putting something creative out there and wanting people to be like, that's cool, that's awesome, right? I know Darksy talks about it too. But like to make this your job and then go like, oh man, all of my happiness and sadness comes from the fact that randos comment on these videos. These strangers on my streams are telling me I'm doing a good job, and that makes me feel like he doesn't have any kind of self-confidence,
and I see
guess, is
people
what I
enjoying
want
the
to say.
stuff on
Like,
DSP Reacts, and I see people enjoying the new
he
video.
used to be like
I'm
that,
like,
but
all right,
I think now it's
I feel
just
better again. I feel
he's feeling
reinvigorated
shitty because
to come back today
no money's
and
coming.
hit strong. And have a great positive week with all of you, because this is going to be a crazy week of variety for
Ooh,
sure.
I like this song,
coming
though.
up. In which case,
the music up
I
a
think
bit.
that's what we should talk
You can
about.
hear the music, right?
Let's talk about this coming week. All right.
My music, not his
So,
music,
today
not
what are we
his
doing?
non-existent music.
It's Atomic Heart on the first stream. We're basically taking what we did Tuesday and we're flipping it. Now it's going to be Atomic Heart on the first stream and Like a Dragon Ishin on the late stream.
Okay,
so,
cool.
After 3 more hours of Atomic Heart, we need to determine if this is a full playthrough I want to do or not. Right now, I'm totally on the fence because there's things in the games that I like and things that I don't like. I would say the story is kind of interesting, the atmosphere, but I just don't like the combat right now, and the audio is annoying. Like, just the audio levels are not balanced. The audio is talking over itself. It doesn't feel like the audio director knew what they were doing. Like, how do you not understand that having 3-4 people talk at once is not a good thing? Like, it's kind of bizarre, right? So 3 more hours today, and let's see by the end of today's stream if this is something that we fully want to continue with as a playthrough or not, okay? Tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, 2 more hours of Like a Dragon Ishin, and we actually are in the better part of the game. We've passed that introductory, hold on. I wanted to sip. We're past that
He wanted to
part
sip because he just
of the
feels
game,
so.
and we're
He's
into
a
the
security.
meat of it now. So I think tonight's stream will actually be much better than that first
We
one,
get
where there was
I
2
can see it.
hours
Nobody
of
got
story, blah, blah, blah,
blamed,
blah,
I
blah.
guess.
I think today it'll be a more interesting stream for sure. Hope you'll join me tonight for that and
Trying to
give it a shot.
fix
okay?
this eye right now.
Both Friday and Saturday, things are breaking up because rather than it be all gameplay, we've got not 1, but 2 days of React content. Okay?
No.
Tomorrow, we're still going to do the Level 1 podcast here at 10:45 a.m. Pacific time.
Jesus.
But once the podcast is done, we're going to swap over to my React channel, DSP React. You can find it at youtube.com/@DSP Reacts. Okay? On that channel, I'll be doing my weekly DSP versus the Internet stream. And we're going to be reacting to videos that the members over on DSP Reacts have been submitting. And I can tell you there's been a good amount. And actually, I'm going to go through these tonight. I'm going to make the playlist so it's all set up to go for tomorrow's stream. Okay? It looks like we have just as many, if not more, submissions this week than we did last week, which is a good thing. The more, the merrier. And as that channel grows, likely we're going to get a few more members every week and more people who want to submit videos for the show. And that just makes the show better. The more,
I don't really think.
the better. I'd rather have way more than enough than not enough. You see? The more
I
we work with, the better.
I
You
really
never know.
think
I might watch a video, I
that-
don't like it, I want to skip it.
Yeah, see this part.
Having more content to review definitely gives that advantage, right? And I
Like-
should say this as well. It's first come first.
He wants people to come and join and be a member to suggest videos because he needs videos to react to. But then, like, if you're some random person who doesn't know who he is, and you're like, oh, cool, okay, I want to see you react to this or this, and he just gives you all these stipulations like, oh, we're not gonna do this, we're not gonna do that, and I don't like this, so moving on. It really, he doesn't value the dollar or the like minimum $4 you give him a month for that, and he just kind of throws it away because he thinks he's better than you and he got your money. And I don't think, unless like his dedicated fans are probably going to pay, but I don't think new people are going to come and join.
Serve, meaning if you're a member and you post up, your video nominations right away as soon as I post up the thread to do so, I'm going to check those out first. If you're someone who literally waits until the last minute tonight to post up your video nominations, likely I might not get to them. You see? Anyway, I'm excited for the show. Last week it went well, although admittedly not every video type worked. And I think what'll happen is we do this show once a week, every week, it'll get better because people will get more used to, oh, this kind of clip works, this kind of clip doesn't, and people will get better at their suggestions. Okay? So I'm excited for this tomorrow. I'm going to start naming the videos differently when I upload them. I'm going to say what's in the video first. So for example, it'll be like, zany animals, wacky YouTubers, and a car wreck. DSP reacts. That way you know what's coming.
A car wreck.
Of,
oh my god.
DSP reacts episode 2 part 1, and then you won't even get to see what's in the video.
Is that eyeball looking better?
That way, so I'm doing it backwards, so that way it makes sense. You'll be able to know what's in the video. That's a big suggestion I already got. I'm also going to try to keep the videos to around 20 minutes long. My goal is to make about 8 videos during the 3-hour stream tomorrow.
Oh
what I want to do
god.
every day,
Nice.
get
Okay,
a new
cool.
React video on the channel for you. And if I spread it out that way, then we'll have enough content that every day this week we have a big 20-minute segment of React content. As opposed to last week, Well, I had
Who-
2 videos on Friday.
Who's gonna watch that? You know, he already has a dedicated fan base who's gonna come see it live and watch him play the React or whatever live, right? And any of the quote unquote edited content he puts up is gonna just be boring, and people already seen it.
Friday, 1 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday, 1 on Monday.
It's only
one
gonna be
on
for
Tuesday,
restreamers
and
and
then I ran out.
trackers, and
So
even
we had
then,
nothing
I think a
yesterday,
lot of them
nothing
are gonna
today.
just download the
channel's just kind of
videos.
sitting there until tomorrow. And I would like to I would just like to have content every day over there. That would be a good thing. Your daily dose of silly react that I'm reacting to. You never know what Phil's going to react to on a daily basis, right? That's kind of what I'm going for. So I'm going to try to space it out a little better. That's something else I'm going to try to do. So reminder, if you're a member over on DSP Reacts and you have not nominated anything yet, you should definitely do it as soon as possible. And if you're an Ultra member over there, that's when you get the opportunity where whatever you suggest absolutely will be watched on the show. So please consider becoming a member. Now, I think I checked this morning. I think we're at 47 members on DSP React. That is great for 1 week, okay? So what I'm hoping now is that tomorrow during the show, when people see the show and how it works, we'll get a few more people every week who might become a member live on the show. That'd be great. If every week for DSP versus the internet, we get like 3 more members and it grows slowly. That's what it's all about. That slow level of growth, people liking the content and wanting to support it and contribute to it. That's what I'm hoping for. So maybe tomorrow our goal, hit 50 members over on DSP Reacts, right? And see if by the end of the show, if we can hit that goal, that'd be outstanding, right? And maybe work towards that every single week, right?
Really?
So
No.
that'll be the first
No.
stream tomorrow.
No.
And then tomorrow
No,
night
no,
on
no,
the late
no.
stream, there will be some gameplay. The return of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I know that many of you were disappointed we didn't play Oblivion the other day because I pulled that Audible so we could finish One Piece. We did finish One Piece, thankfully. So Oblivion
And you
returns
got
tomorrow
like
night.
no tips for it.
Then Saturday is a special day. On Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, it is DSP Reacts 2 Lies, Deception, and Pro Jared, the story of Pro Jared documentary from the June the King YouTube channel. Okay?
I
Look at
am
you
not
guys
watching
and help
that.
me for that. All day long on Saturday. First, we're going to do the Level 1 podcast
Just
here.
gonna try to make
and then
it an
we'll jump
event.
over to DSP Reacts. This is a 90-minute documentary, but as you know, when I react to documentaries, it takes a long time to get through them. Essentially, you can double the length of the documentary, and that's at least
Because you
how
try
long
to
it's gonna take me to get through
pig-splain
for a
and
special
insert
reaction
yourself
like this.
into it.
But in addition, I'm actually going to be ordering food, and I spoke with my wife. We're going to be ordering some Mediterranean-style food during the course of the stream. to
There's
have
the
a little
style.
bit of I don't know if you want to call it a DSP Trizer or a Feasting with the King, whatever you want to call it. We're going to do that during the course of the day as well. And if
It's
I
not
end
really a
up,
feasting. Not
you know,
really. It's
concluding
just him ordering
my
and you
full
paying
reaction
for
to
it.
that documentary a little on the earlier side,
He's
then we'll
dropped all
actually
this.
do some fun
word for
Q&A
it.
at the end of that stream as well. You know, maybe an hour or so. We'll see. Depends on how much time is
No.
remaining on the stream. Typically, those marathon streams, I start 10:45 a.m. in the morning, and they'll go all the way till like 7 to 7:30, sometimes 8 p.m. at night,
No.
depending. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how long it takes me to get through the react, but we could have some nice chill fun there at the end of the stream as well. Okay?
Stop. Stop with all this react,
that's
please.
all day
Please.
Saturday. And then my plans are every day on DSP Reacts, upload one video of reacting from Friday's DSP versus the Internet show, and then a new part of the DSP reacting to the Pro Jared documentary. Then also remember, this coming Sunday night, there's a new episode of The Walking Dead TV series. The Walking Dead. Boy, I just said that, didn't I? Let's try that again.
Should be
This
almost
Sunday night, there's a new episode
done.
of The Last of Us television series.
12:15 his time.
I'll be watching that with my wife, and then on Monday I'll film my review of it. So there'll be a review of that releasing Monday. So essentially you'll have part 1 of the Pro Jared documentary react Saturday, part 2 on Sunday, my Last of Us episode review on Monday, and then probably the third and final part of the Pro Jared react on Tuesday, if not the next to last, and the last one on Wednesday. So we'll see. But again, this is good. I'll be able to stretch this out. So
Okay, I
every
think
day
I
there's
nailed
new
the
content on
face, so
channel,
now it's just
and
gonna
hopefully that'll
be time
entertaining
to
you guys,
fix.
Okay?
Fix some bits.
Fair enough? I hope so. What's funny is some people actually left comments on the channel. Why didn't Phil just upload all the content at once? Because literally that's what you told me not to do. People were like, we don't want that. We don't want to subscribe to a channel where you're uploading 3 and 4 hours of content at a time that's react content. Spread it out so there's a reason to join and watch that channel every day. Get a nice little 20-minute funny clip segment on DSP Reacts every day, right? So I do it what the feedback says, and people, why didn't you just upload it all at once? Because you said not to. Right?
Just
Anyway,
be a man
so
and
that's
do
the
your
plan.
own
And then on
business.
Sunday-
Don't ask your fans.
On Sunday, we will return
Just
back
commit
to
to
full-time
something.
gaming. So Sunday's main gameplay stream will be here on DSP Gaming. It'll be Hogwarts Legacy, and then Sunday night we'll probably do.
Oh God,
Like a Dragon
Hogwarts
Ishin.
is still
And then
around.
probably Sunday's main or Monday's main stream will be Atomic Heart, and then maybe we'll do Oblivion that night. And then Tuesday, maybe I'll leave it in your hands. Maybe I'll do a triple poll, and you guys vote. Would you rather see Hogwarts, Atomic Heart, Like a Dragon Ishin, or Oblivion? Maybe I'll let you vote, and those will
RPG, 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 and a bullet hell.
be the two
Let you
streams
vote.
for Tuesday. Okay. Now keep in mind, there is another game coming out, and I know we just started 2 games on Tuesday, not tomorrow, but a week from Friday. Is Wolong Fallen Dynasty. And yeah, people want to see me play it. Essentially, it's a game that's in the spirit of FromSoft, but it's not FromSoft. We don't actually know how different from that it'll be. Is it like Neo? Is it like Sekiro? Is it more like Dark Souls? I have no idea. We're gonna find out. It's a Game Pass game. I'm gonna give it a shot. But at that point now, I might be getting inundated with so many playthroughs. We got to make some executive decisions, if you know what I'm saying. So I guess we're gonna have to see what
Why
happens.
aren't you doing that
'Cause there's no
now?
way I can be juggling 4 or 5 games at once. That's just
Why do you
insane.
lean on
I'll
your
never
chat
finish
to make those
So,
executive
let's see
decisions for
how
you?
we do, and
I don't
go
know.
from there. All right.
I don't know.
Cool. You know what's funny is, again, here's what I'm going to say, guys. I'm going to say something publicly and up front, all right?
Oh, here we
A
go.
lot of the ridiculous criticisms that I get are for things that literally every other popular content creator does. All right? For example...
Oh,
and
wow,
by the way,
he's gonna
Gaming
get
Guru, I don't want you to feel like I'm singling
salty
you
Phil
out
right now.
and saying that you're saying something dumb, because actually what you just said in chat is something that a lot of people said over the week. But allow me to explain. He basically says, so let me get this straight. He's going to do a 4-hour react tomorrow, but he's going to stretch it out into 20-minute parts. He's only going to upload once a day. Ha ha ha. Like, he thinks it's funny. Like, that's stupid. That's literally what everyone does.
No.
I'm serious. Go watch guys like Moist Critical. Go watch others. They have like a react stream they do. They watch all this react content, and then it gets clipped up, and it gets uploaded into separate parts over the course of the...
Oh. With like, Moist Critical and all these other people who react to things, in my experience, it's been not by them. Yeah, exactly. It's fans who are watching the stream who thought that was funny, and then possibly they go back and grab those clips from Twitch or from YouTube or whatever. They have an editor that grabs those clips, but there's an active fan base clipping these things, and it's on his Twitch account, so you can find the clips. But like, this man is just like, well, this is how I do it, and everybody does that, and it's like, no.
But when I do it, oh, that's a horrible idea. Why are you doing it that way?
One, he's
right?
a hypocrite,
But
and
if
2, he
someone
does
else
everything
does it, that's
poorly.
great. Oh, that's great. That's the best thing. I'm so happy you're doing it that way. But when I
YouTube
do it,
jealousy.
oh, that's terrible, right? So what are you talking about? Right? Like, what on earth are you talking about? Like, why is it okay
I
for
think
them
his
but
face
not
is
for
coming
me?
along nicely.
It doesn't even make sense, right? Your criticism has to be fair.
Somebody get
And
leaned
what
and
I've
missed it.
noticed, increasingly, what I'll tell you this. Everyone says to me, Phil, you watch other content creators. Well, no, I don't. Now, actually, in the last year and a half, I've started.
He does.
I started to pay
But that
attention to my
was-
contemporaries. I start looking at channels that are double, triple,
Now he
quadruple,
wants to try to copy his
quintuple
contemporaries.
my size.
Oh,
In some
okay.
cases, 100 times my size. And I see the things they do, and in some cases, I hate to say it,
Exactly,
you
Dead
know,
School.
not even as much as good as what I
He
do.
legitimately
I've watched
is.
someone, I'm not
But in
shitting.
like the
This is not me
saddest,
trying
lamest
to
way
make
too.
fun of this person. There's someone who literally
But Hitler is also sad and lame too.
probably makes 4 times as much as I do on YouTube, has a giant community, and every time this person has turned on their stream, they fucked it up somehow.
And
There's a technical
big ups Dead
difficulty
School.
here,
I saw you
there's a
sub,
problem
so
there.
thanks to the
There's
sub,
one
man.
person who insists on playing every game
Or
on
person,
PC,
or whoever.
but every time they play a game crashes. It doesn't even matter what game it is. And all his audience says, why are you still playing on PC when it's so inconsistent? And he insists on playing on PC no matter what. I must play these games on PC. It's the best experience. Literally, every time this guy streams, his stream crashes because his fucking PC crashes. But he keeps doing it. You know? Take
And
a
people
look
keep coming, I guess, and
at
still
my
watching, huh?
content, all right? And tell me,
You're watching
is it
them.
consistent? Is it sound?
It's not
Right?
sound. And it's
have
consistent, but
I
in
not
a bad way.
kind of gotten this down to a science that when I say I will be here today at this time streaming, and you can expect this game or whatever, and it happens, correct? A lot of these content creators, they're inconsistent. They constantly have
the
technical
fans
issues.
like the content creator.
Oh, here's another big one, and this one I've absolutely got to call out because this one actually irks me a lot, and I want to get this one off my chest. Okay, you ready? This one, everyone prepare. I'm actually going to.
Do you want me to mute this?
Hold on.
I'm gonna leave it. I'm in a groove with this ugly face.
Okay.
I gotta melt.
This one, I'm gonna yell a little bit. All right.
No.
I'm gonna yell a little bit. All right, because I feel like I deserve to get this one off my chest.
No, he doesn't deserve anything.
Please give me the benefit of the doubt.
He feels like it, but no, he doesn't. Okay, I'll let it play.
By the way, there's garbage truck outside making a lot of noises. I'm about to start this.
I do too.
Like
I do too. I'm just trying to make sure other people
I'm about
are.
to say something critical and important.
I like the pain too.
But there's atmospheric noise drowning me out. And you can't hear me because the fucking truck is outside, right?
Wow, he's complaining about people doing their job and getting in the way of his stupid stream.
Right, the truck is driving away now. Okay, so here's the deal. For many years, especially since I became a full-time streamer and content creator, right? I would turn on my stream, all right? And we would do what was used to be called the pre-stream. Now it's a podcast. It's actually the level 1 podcast. Now everyone knows
Still a pre-stream.
my podcast runs from 10:45 a.m. to 12:30.
It doesn't. It runs from 11
segments now.
to like
but back in the day, I
12:30.
didn't have that. It was just pre-stream. And it would be me talking with you guys about various topics.
There's a voice crack.
Answering your questions and all. And there was always an element of people who complained about this, okay? And said, Phil, I hate your pre-stream. All I want you to do is turn on the stream and immediately start playing the game.
Yes, you had fans that were willing to pay you to play the game, and they want to see you play the game.
Shouldn't we get these topics out of the way?
No,
if we're
nobody
gonna play
cared
the
about
game,
that.
Don't you want me to just see me play the game? And also keep in mind that I am creating content for 2 different audiences. Yes, there's a live streaming audience right here, but also there's an on-demand audience. The on-demand audience who's tuning in, oh, I want to see Atomic Heart. Do you think when I first start playing Atomic Heart today, the first thing they want is 25 minutes of me talking to the audience and not playing the game because people are throwing questions at me now? Right? So, I've always done it, that there's a pre-stream, now it's a podcast, and then we get to the gameplay. All right? I shit you not. Every fucking person who I've watched who's a streamer, who plays games, literally turns on their stream and bullshits with their audience for a good 30 to 45 minutes.
Because they're relatable.
They all do it. And they're not jumping right into the game. They just...
Oh, okay. And Frigis, it made me laugh when I read it, but it's a bit of a stretch. Yeah, him complaining that streamers just start a stream and bullshit is okay. So he didn't like in the beginning calling his viewers his friends or whatever because he didn't want to, put that kind of level on it. But now he's been calling them friends. See you later, friends. I'll see you around. Like, it's like you guys are like my friends. I'm just talking. It's like you can have internet friends and stuff, but when you're streaming at this time and like with this amount of viewers, and you're complaining that other people get to shoot the shit with their viewers and stuff, it's because those people, those streamers, are better at what they do. They are more personable. They're fun to talk to. Phil is always like, "No, you're stupid. I'm not gonna address that. That would hurt my family." It's like he goes out of his way to explain that shit.
They sit there, they talk with their
There's
audience.
no going back.
Some of them have a drink or a smoke. Some of them are actually talking or going through emails. They're going through posts that are coming
King
up.
Cobra
There's, super
doesn't have
chats
money right now?
or bits coming in. They're shouting everyone out. That's literally what they all do.
He
they
wants
turn
that.
On their
That's
stream
what he
and
wants.
This is their social time to hang out with their audience before they get to the meat of their content.
Because
That's
they
literally
care
what I've
about their
always
audience
done,
and they're trying
and
to.
Everyone gave me shit for it.
No,
to the point where I had to
no.
rebrand it as a podcast so people would stop bitching. But
People still
literally
bitch because
everyone else
it's not a
does it.
podcast.
Every fucking person.
It's not a podcast.
So
but see, these
all
people,
those years,
these people don't start up their stream and go, "All right, guys, we're gonna do my podcast where we talk to people." No, they just do the stream and then they're like, "All right, I'm gonna move over to the game now." It's like him is like, "We're doing a podcast."
people treating me like shit. Saying,
Do it.
Phil, your content's
Be that
bad
sexy fridge.
because you don't get right to the game, and all we want is
Do
the
it
game.
at school.
And then come to find out, that's literally what every fucking big content creator does. You guys, I'm not saying you because that's very unfair. Not everyone, but there's been a very vocal, critical, negative.
He can't look at the camera. He can't look at the fucking camera. He's just trying to, like, he's too afraid to look at the barrel of the fucking camera, down the barrel of the fucking camera, and tell his fans that, hey, there's been some of you guys who have been annoying me. And he's looking up, trying to act like it's not a big deal.
People me over the years, right? And I
somebody's
say
gonna get
it's just
leaned.
unfair. It's completely unfair.
Oh,
that
I was trying to find who it was.
It's just unfair.
I think it was Jordan B. Michaels. At DSP, did you know that there's not a single pre-stream where you don't call someone a moron? Do you do that to people IRL? Do you like it when people insult you?
It's completely unfair that I get that kind of treatment when everyone else does.
Okay, yeah,
okay
I
for
see what
them.
you're talking about. That's
But
cool,
for
yeah.
me, because
Okay,
I want to
that would
talk
work.
with my audience or whatever, that's not acceptable. How dare I want to speak with my audience and get topics out of the way before we get to the meat of the gameplay? How dare
Topics that you wanted to bring up, not topics that they want to talk about. And even when they bring up topics that they're like Real Take Sports talks about sports and feels like I don't know anything about sports. He could literally just go, "Oh, really? I didn't know that. Can you tell me a little bit more?" and have a dialogue with him. But he doesn't even want to do that.
Because no. Here's what it is. I have hate watchers. There's people out there who literally just don't like me and they hate my guts. So what they will do is just criticize everything I do, no matter what I do, even if it's something that's a common practice from other content creators. That's very
Because you're a
successful.
hypocrite.
If I try to follow along
And
with that,
you only do it for money.
It's wrong because Phil's doing it. But everyone else can.
It's wrong because you bitch about this and you're a hypocrite, and then at the same time, it's so transparent that it's always about money. You tell your friend, you tell your fans, that you don't do this for a paycheck. But then when support's low, you really, really press on them and being like, guys, I need help.
Do it and it's fun. When Phil does it, it's completely wrong. Because for these people, no matter what
And thanks,
I do,
Dead
it's
School
not
and
good
Ziggy,
enough.
for hanging
All right?
out.
So here's
Appreciate
what I've
it.
learned. Now, see, people
You guys are helping
over
me
the
not
years,
suffer
they made a
so
mistake.
much pain.
They always said, Phil, you should watch other content creators. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. Now I've actually started. For about a year I've been doing it. And now I can tell you, I can see how unfair I have been fucking treated since I've been a content creator. All right? It's not fair that I get treated like shit. So I'm not putting up with that shit anymore. So Gaming Guru, when I see you're laughing, oh, let me get this straight.
He's like, that hurts me. I'm not putting up with this shit anymore. Okay, what are you gonna do about it? Nothing. He's gonna do the same exact thing.
He's gonna do a 3-hour react stream, but he's just gonna put out 20-minute clips of it all week? Yes, because that's literally the feedback I received from the audience on DSP Reacts, and that's literally what every fucking person does on the internet. No one uploads gurus because you happen to say it. There's been many other people who say shit like that. There's been comments on my videos saying the same thing. I can't accept unfair criticism. There's a difference between some constructive criticism where if you think about it for a second, that will help. Versus,
what's unfair?
Let's go ahead and fucking just dump on everything Phil does and says everything is bad and
He's allowing random strangers on the internet to affect his mental state. To affect his mental state to a point where he feels like he needs to have this segment to call it out and just say, no, I'm not putting up with it. But people are still going to do it.
No, I'm not putting up with that shit anymore. You guys made the big mistake because now I actually have seen bigger content creators than me what they do, and I know that it's fair to do this shit.
Oh my god.
I can't believe that all those years I had the pre-stream.
Oh my god.
Oh, how dare you have a pre-stream? Literally everyone has a fucking pre-stream.
Because they do it. It's okay for
they
me.
They feel the same as me. They want to get topics out of the way.
It's not going to stop
gameplay.
people from
they don't
making
want to have
the
the
comments
gameplay
about you.
inundated with, let's answer a million questions as soon as I start playing. It's just nonsense, okay? So I'm happy about that. That now I've kind of been vindicated after watching.
Streamers still get asked questions during their playthrough and they'll still answer that shit. Sometimes you'll get clips where streamers will answer a question while they're playing a game, Phil.
Watching other content and saying, yeah,
you get clipped all the time.
Now I know.
During those segments.
I know that I've been treated like
even
shit.
the unrecorded
and I'm not
ones.
done being treated like shit, quite frankly. I'm not going to listen to those idiots who just want to sit here and say everything I do is
You're
wrong.
still being treated like
If
shit.
you want to give me constructive criticism, I am all ears. In fact, thank you to those on DSP Reacts in the last 2 weeks who've given me direct vocal criticism and said, hey, do this, and I'm implementing those things, and I'm telling you, I think the content
At this point,
is
his
gonna get
fans
better
are just
because of it.
shareholders.
But there's a
and
difference
his
between
boss, so
that
he should
and,
not
it's just
be
shit no
calling
matter what.
his boss
You want to know what
morons
shit?
and pieces
Your
of shit.
Anyone
They're-
who just wants to crap on something constantly, you're the living duty. You're the one who's the problem in the room. When other people are trying creative things and trying new things or whatever, you know.
Holy shit.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What
thanks
now?
for listening. But anyway, good variety of content coming up
Wow.
this
Thanks
week.
for listening.
Between 2 days of React
To my
stuff,
complaint.
right? Fun new release gameplay.
I'm a
balancing that with
middle-aged
Hogwarts
white
and everything.
man in
It's
a
gonna be
gated
great week. I'm
community,
actually feeling
and I complain about
reinvigorated for
internet
this week. While the
strangers
last couple
being
weeks, I'll
mean
be
to
honest,
me.
I felt
Thanks
some
for
burnout.
listening.
Because it was kind of the same games dragging on. Now that One Piece is done and everything, and now I'm like, yes, this is good. It's gonna be all new content, and I hope you guys will be along for the ride with me.
No.
Okay? Now I'm gonna just start with shout outs, but I'm literally just gonna say one thing very quickly. There's the members goal.
second.
That I can't make you. I would hope that you like the content enough you want to support it. That's it. I'm done. I'm not even going to fucking keep mentioning it because, you know, I don't want to sound like a broken record. I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful because I'm not. You guys have been supporting my streams, so I don't want you to feel like I'm being a jerk, you know? And I feel like every time I mention it, I feel like, wow, I mentioned this a million times already. Do I really need to do it again? So, there you go. That's the goal. We can hit it, great. If not, no big deal.
Oh, because it
Let's
dropped
continue.
down.
All right.
He did lower
YouTube
it.
side, we start off today with Gamer Guy, who is a standard supporter for 5 months. I deleted Atomic Heart. It's so bad I played 2 hours. Wow. I feel like a lot of people who look for a polished experience will feel the same way. First one of the day. I know it's difficult holiday season for you in Horntons because you were laid off from Twitter. How are you doing with that? Oh, things here are terrible. Absolutely terrible. I was the person who had to flag posts, you know, for like, you know that person who has trends on the side of Twitter? You have to like explain the trends. So I'd have to explain like, you know, someone did a trend on WAP or something today, and I don't even know what that means, but here it is, you know. And I got laid off, so now there's no one to determine those trends, and it's very upsetting. Okay,
What?
I'm just being stupid. There's obviously a stupid meme joke from a couple months ago. Thank you, Jackson, for that super chat.
Okay. Jesus.
Trey did a super chat this morning. What is too much of adultness in games to you?
Ah, good
Flustered
question.
in by the fridge. In the South Park game, you laughed at the sight of testicles. I was not flustered by the fridge. I thought at first, okay, it's kind of
Getting called out.
high on life. All right. What annoyed me was that the fucking game wouldn't let up on it when you're trying to learn a critical part of the game.
Atomic Heart not letting up on that kind of humor, yet he plays the South Park game where it's just a massive testicle swinging into frame.
Imagine if you're
And he
playing
acts like fucking
high on life,
crazy.
and the game is teaching you here's how to shoot and dodge, but as it's doing it,
Oh my
literally
God.
the game has tutorials on the screen of what to do, but as you're trying to do it, all the game will talk about is fucking fart jokes and sex jokes. It won't shut up, and it just continues and continues for like 2 minutes. Shut
No,
up.
no, oh.
And shut the fuck up. I
trying
need to have my
look
brain wrapped around this game I'm learning. I can't have this now. That's what I mean. The audio director is a moron. You don't have that shit playing when someone's trying to learn a critical menu that you'll have to
Trying to
use for the
find
rest of the game. You see? There's a difference. During the South Park thing, that would happen way into the game. It wasn't some tutorial part of the game. It was a silly boss fight. It was meant to be funny. Didn't matter if you could, you know, even keep your composure during the boss fight. It wasn't a big deal. Here, you're learning a critical game component, and the game has to be stupid. Just shut the fuck up and let me learn the game. I didn't even care what the game was saying at that point. It could have literally been Jim Carrey in my ear. Hey, you want to hear the most annoying song in the world? Like, oh, no, I just want to learn the game. Shut up.
But he laughed at... Where is it? Where is it? I'm trying to find that part.
Anyway, continuing on, Pep did a super chat. Can you shout out my friend Drawn? What?
Okay, hold on. While he's figuring that out, I found this, and we're going to just play this really quick. I'm going to mute the music. I'm going to put this over here. Pop this over here. Get rid of the diabetes tab. Make sure you guys hear it.
Holy shit, it's coming right for us!
Oh no! Oh! Oh my god!
I'm just gonna let this play for a bit, and then we'll go back to it. And shout out to oh my god, we're still at the,
I can't stop laughing.
look at it, 53 seconds into this 4-minute clip. We'll get through this. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Big up to Stop Moss B. Oh, I can't see it on here. I'll give it this a like because I need to save this for later.
I can't believe they just did that. Oh my god. What the
He's literally
fuck?
paused all. I'm gonna scrub through.
Oh my god.
Still talking about it. He's clap laughing. Oh my god. Okay, so you get it. You get it.
No, I'm
You
not
guys
even
get
gonna
it.
say that, Pep, because I don't even know
Oh,
what that
music
means.
back on. Sorry.
And I don't say shit that I don't recognize on my stream, so I'm not saying that shit. Because I'm not getting myself in trouble. So if that's what you're aiming for, you're aiming in the wrong direction, and you're not gonna get satisfaction.
What? Guess somebody
Okay, I don't even know what it meant, so I'm not
super
saying.
chatted, and
Okay.
again, he's just
Some tips have come in.
including his audience. Tips?
Let's see here. So Carl was our first tip of the day. What do you think Phil of 10 years ago would say about... Stupid thing. Stop on.
Oop.
What do you think Phil of 10 years ago would say about my content in 2023?
Yeah.
What do you think of your own content of 10 years ago?
Yeah, what would
I
young
don't know.
Phil say?
Because in 2013, I didn't watch anyone else's content at all. Like, literally, I was an island, and I refused to watch other people's content. Popular, or even what my audience wanted. Because remember, 10 years ago, I didn't even listen to you guys. I listened to no one. I was like, I'm my own critic, right? And that's it. And if you remember,
Being his own
that's when a
critic,
lot of
he
my
fucking
playthroughs
shat
started to
on
get
everybody.
stale. And that was actually when my
now
viewership
he's
kind of
doing it.
plateaued. And I reached, that was the height I was ever going to reach.
I was
like
an
late
island.
2012, early
Nobody
2013
helped
was
me.
essentially the height. I think it was that time when I hit direct capture. And it had a little bit of an increase, and that was it. After that, since then, it was
I didn't
always a
use
downward
my friends
decline
to make money.
because I refused to listen. And so, 10 years ago, I wouldn't probably even watch my own content from today. I would have refused to do so because I was just kind of an ignorant jerk. And by the way, I was always of the impression that I had the best content on the internet, and everyone else sucked. And I felt like that was the attitude to have because you have to have confidence in your own content to be successful. I do still believe that, but at the same time, I think having such a big head to think that you're the best and everyone else sucks around you is kind of stupid. I know that there's people out there that have great content.
I'm just
that's
gonna let him
slightly
hang
better
himself here.
Quality, better production than me.
I'm busy with this.
And
sculpt
I'm
right
jealous.
here.
I am, because I wish that I could be as good as those people. I strive to improve my content because I
You're
want to put
not.
out great
If you
content for
really
guys,
cared,
and I hope
you wouldn't
like
be
the
in this
content that I
situation
put
right now.
out. But I know I'm not the best. I mean, I'd be an idiot. I have a very small viewership, right? Let's be honest. I have a very small, consistent viewership here on DSP Gaming. I have a very small, slightly growing viewership on DSP Reacts.
Eh,
And
doubt it.
It is what it is. Hopefully things will grow over time. But I'm not dumb. I'm not the best. But back then, I seriously felt that
I'm
way.
not
I was
dumb.
like, I'm the best.
Yeah, you are.
Everyone else sucks, and they're not doing what I'm doing, and they're gaming. The only way anyone could get popular on YouTube back then is because they cheated. They gamed the system. They used all the tricks. Right? Today, I'm like, no. You know what they did is they listened to what people were, what the trends were, what they wanted, and they fed into them. A lot of them, I hate to say it, a lot of them did go into it with money, which I never had. They went into it with a budget or a team of people working it with more business-related mentality. I never approved.
Hold up. Here he is trying to rewrite history after, his friends, John Rambo and Howard, had said everything was about money with him. And then now he's lying saying, oh, every other content creator is about money. He sounds a little bit like
approached
like,
YouTube back then with a business
past
related mentality. It was more
there.
dicking around, having a good time with my friends. Definitely different attitudes, right? But now I look back at that content, I'm like, listen, if you're just looking for a funny playthrough, great. But I totally understand why that content stagnated. It was the same shit day after day.
It's the
There
same
really
shit
was no
now,
attempt
Phil.
at innovation.
Shit,
There was no
same
attempt at
shit now.
improving or trying to be better or more successful. It was just, here's what it is. I think it's the best. Watch it.
Right here.
You better watch it. If you don't, you're stupid. That's a dumb mentality to have. If people are telling you you're getting stagnant, hey, do this simple thing to improve, and you ignore it, you're going to get left behind. And that's what happened with me. I got left behind because I was dumb. Now I know that, but hindsight is, what did they say, 2020 or whatever? I can't go back in time and change myself from being a stubborn, ignorant jerk, which I was. There you go. All right, continuing on. So girl did another $1 tip. Let's see.
Another $1 tip.
See, that's actually an interesting question. I wonder. I wonder if other people wonder this. Snow
No.
Girl says 90% of your support is from a small group of loyal, longtime fans.
Yeah.
I don't know about 90. I don't know about 90.
Yeah,
I would
no,
say
90 is 100%
50%.
accurate.
About half
No.
of the support that I get is
No.
probably from the biggest fans. And then
All right,
50%
whoever's in chat,
is from
tell
more
me what
casual
you think the
fans,
percentage is.
Viewers who just watch, and there's a little bit of ad revenue there.
Or,
people who will
as Phil
absolutely
would say,
throw a
percentile.
super chat here or there, but they don't contribute huge. I would say
I think it's
about
90%.
50-50. But 50 is a huge amount. If half of your income is coming from one small group of people, okay? The ad revenue, you don't see those factors.
That's
know?
raw DSP
Anyway,
kind of jumping around.
continuing on. Do you have any advice for other streamers on how to cultivate a loyal following? Or is it
Yeah,
an
that's what I'm
organic phenomenon?
thinking.
You know,
I would say
I think
95,
I'm in a very unique
98.
position, and I've said this. It
but
has
yeah.
to do with when I started. I was in the right place at the right time.
Every time an anonymous
how do I-
tip comes in, and he's like, he knows who it is, and he's just like, there's no name. Thanks, anonymous, but
say
you
a
know,
lot different than the trends. I don't follow those trends of what a lot of these other
I'll make
popular
this
guys
roll.
have done. Case in point, here I am in 2023. I don't have any product placements. I don't have any paid advertisements on my streams. No, we're
Put
playing this
fucking
game
ads
just
on
because
your-
I'm getting
on your
paid to
stream.
chill. None of that shit.
like
I'm not
spam the
exaggerating.
shit.
Everyone who makes a living on YouTube is doing that. Even people who I respect and I really like their content do that. And I
You
kind of
don't
understand
respect
why they do
anybody.
it. I don't do that, right? And
You
that's
don't
like
respect
why?
anyone.
Because I have the dedicated fan base that I have. If I didn't have it, I wouldn't be able to keep that out of my content. I'd have to do it just like everybody else, right? I really feel like, I don't know, like it's just been such a journey. And there's some people who have been following the journey for so long that they feel invested, right? Which is great. I feel the same way, that there's people who've been along with me for so long that this is not just my story, it's our story. Right?
No,
And
I
a lot
wanted
of
to
people
see where he was
create
gonna go with that.
their own private
It's not
stories
because
about how over the years that they've been a family. I've been now doing
What?
this for 15 years. And I have people from all walks of life who send me messages that are just to some extent something like this. I've been watching it for 10 years. Over that
Yep.
10 years, my life has dramatically changed. I went from being a college student to
sounds like Phil.
starting my own business, getting married. I have kids now. And the funny part is I can go back to your content every day and I feel like I'm at home, right? And I feel like I'm welcome.
Somebody's getting
and I
lean.
have a great time. And whether it's
I'm waiting to
watching
see
your
who it is.
game
Michael
playthroughs
B?
or I'm playing your podcast in the background of something I'm doing.
Oh
during
yeah,
the
it
day,
was him. I saw his
I'm
name
watching
again.
your
At DSP Gaming, I'd rather listen to an ad and get a coupon than listen to you mention tips for the 7th time.
your game playthroughs or I'm playing your podcast in the background of something I'm doing during
It's
the
not
day.
wrong. You
And
get
the
a
fact that
coupon at
another
least.
thing is the consistency. A lot of content creators out there have not been consistent like I have been for 15 years. They change
Doesn't
their
matter.
upload patterns. They change the content they're putting out.
Yeah, because they're
And
going with the
because of that,
algorithm.
they basically have a falling out with a big chunk of their audience who don't feel that they're dependable anymore. But I
People
have stayed consistent.
will leave
And
when
a
they
lot of
want
people
to.
appreciate that, and I get these messages that people just really appreciate that. I think as I said this before, and I'll say it again, it's a silent majority. It's a silent group of people who will support me from time to time. Maybe they just come in from time to time and they drop a contribution.
So how big
But
is
behind
that
the scenes,
silent
they're the
majority?
members you
More
never
than
hear from.
50%?
They're the patrons you never hear from. They're the people who actually have YouTube Premium and watch all my content, and I get all that ad revenue from the YouTube Premium. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people who are the real reason I could continue to be successful.
And here comes a super chat where he's gonna
if it
just
weren't for them, this
dispel
would never
this.
be possible. So I tell you, I'm so grateful that I'm in a unique position other people aren't in, that I can do what I love and not have to worry
Tickled,
about all
bro.
those things that dilute the content, right? But I am in a unique position. There's not a lot of people out there who can say, hey, I can just do what I want all day.
Didn't
I don't have to
ban
worry
that
about
dude?
the fact that, you know, there has to be a shilling piece here or there. You know what I'm saying? So, there you go.
Is he gonna read that super chat? I don't know.
Someone took me $5. I can tell you right now what they're saying is very facetious. They're like, oh, thanks for your reaction to the disgusting fridge because it was very immature and it upset your audience. I can already tell it's a facetious tip. I'm not stupid. Like, I know when people are being too... That's complete bullshit.
What?
It's someone who wants
But you
the
took the
attention
money.
trying to say that, and they don't mean it. So I'm just going to say thanks for the $5 tip, and no.
He's so
I got
paranoid,
another
man.
$5 tip
He lies too much.
from Nico. Keep it up, Phil, he says. Thank you, Nico.
Not gonna read that super chat, I guess.
I'm trying to load my screen here so I can play you a nice animation today. First animation of the week's a little slow. Gotta get everything up and running again, you know. Gotta get the gears moving. They're a little jammed up, right? There we go. Thank you. Wait, that wasn't it. Oh, was this? Oh, there was a different animation that played because a super chat came at the same time. So now let's see if the tips animation plays after this.
Jesus Christ.
Would you stop dancing? Now let's try the tips animation. There we go. So thank you very much to Nico for that $5 tip. I wouldn't stop dancing. I'm a dancing fool, and I wouldn't stop dancing on my own stream. That's super old Phil dancing, by the way.
So read that super chat.
You guys know that's me, right?
Not gonna read the super
I
chat?
just realized, like, wait a minute, that kind of doesn't even look like me anymore. That's like Phil from 14 years ago dancing there. By the way, Nico, was it a K or a C? How should I spell your name? I want your name spelled, and I'll...
Okay, here we go.
You thought it was an Asian guy?
Gonna try to wrap
That's
this
a
up
dancing
soon,
Asian
guys.
man? Wow. K? You want it with a K? Okay. Much better. Nico.
Yeah. Right.
Someone took me $1 saying...
He's not gonna read that
Wings
super
and
chat.
Boogie and Rich all adopted a positive spin on the Lal Cow meme. Why don't you? Because the Lal Cow meme is not positive. It's a disgusting, trollish thing to say about someone. It's fucked up. It doesn't matter if you try
I'm
to
not
turn
a
it into
lol
positive,
cow.
people will give you money for it. It's still an insult.
I'm
right?
not a lol cat.
That's like saying, oh, you're a scumbag hobo. Oh, well, I'm the best scumbag hobo there is on the planet. Please support this scumbag hobo by throwing me money. No. That's no one was complimenting you. Just because you basically didn't want to dispute it because you felt like being argumentative was negative to your image on the internet, that doesn't make it a good thing. You know what I'm saying? No.
What is he saying?
Absolutely
here?
not. So, bullshit. I'm not adopting
Bullshit.
an insanely toxic title because someone thinks that if you do that, you can make more money. I'm not doing that. You could say whatever you want about me. I can't stop you, but understand something, all right? And this absolutely should be focused on. You ready for this? If you're someone who spends all of your time focusing on other people on the internet, making fun of them, bringing them down, and calling them lol cows, if this is your source of entertainment in your life, you should look in the mirror because there's a bigger lol cow standing in your house right now. It's you. You're a loser.
This is a
all you do
mirror
is bring
segment.
down others for your own personal benefit, makes you feel
Projection.
better about yourself. You're the actual loser in the situation.
Deep,
You're
sad
the one who has to
projection.
bring down others to get any kind of factor of enjoyment or entertainment out of your own life.
That's what you
That
do.
says something. So, yeah.
His
You're
commentary is
smash in
always
the mirror so
negative,
you
and
don't
he
fucking
always makes
accidentally look
jokes
at how
about
stupid you are
purple-haired
yourself
people
in
and
your own
whatever, blah blah blah. And his wife has like blue
Okay.
hair,
I got a $5 tip
shit like that.
from
Wow.
Ugly Tuna Roll. I'm in the same boat. I went through some rough times when I first started tuning into your content.
So he took that.
My life
He
has
took
turned
that
around. I
super
lived in
chat,
Japan
but
for a
didn't
few
read it.
years, and then in England for some more. Cheers and enjoy your life, mate. Thank you. Ugly Tuna Roll. Again, when you're someone who's been around as long as I have, you hear these stories of crazy life changes and things, but people saying that I was the consistent part of the life that never really changed.
Cope.
You can always come by DSP Gaming and expect to get good content every day. You know, if my content is the kind that you like, and I'm happy.
Back
to
then,
hear
it
that.
was either watch DSP
I'm happy
or
to
watch
hear that kind of
Dry.
you know, consistency. Well, now someone tipped $1 says, "Oh no, that's not a facetious tip earlier. I'm asexual, and that kind of stuff bothers me." So of course, what that means is now my trolls must be saying I'm asexual. There you go.
What?
Oh, here we go.
Again, paranoid.
Phil is married, but not really, because he's asexual, and he won't
No,
have
it's
kids
because
he's
he drinks too
asexual.
much
This is gonna
and
be
the
next
gout
meme. Here
causes
we go.
ED.
Asexual Phil. ASP, asexual Phil.
No, it's gonna be ED Phil.
Here we go. Let's start it. Let's just start it now. Let's get the meme going now. Asexual Phil. Perfect. Sounds good.
No,
Sounds really
I think
good.
the
Let's
better
keep that
meme
going.
is
Asexual
ED
Phil.
Phil.
You know, every other
not better,
every
but
other YouTuber who's been around as long as
more
me has had a
accurate.
sex scandal, but me. It's because I'm asexual Phil. That's why, of course.
No, it's because
There you go.
you have ED,
ASP.
dude, from drinking and gout. It's
Oh,
literally
let's
what
see
it's
here.
from.
This guy, that's just a troll. So, see, someone trying to get me to take troll bait? Absolutely not. I will not read
And
your
then he
message, and
points
I
it out.
don't acknowledge you because you don't deserve my time.
You
Thanks
did
very much.
acknowledge him. You did it.
Chickled, no, excuse me. Metal 1991 did a super chat. And I don't know who, he says Benny, rest in peace, miss you, big man. Don't know who that is.
Oh,
but
so
I guess rest in
that
peace
that
to Benny.
tickled
Thank you
Bruno
for
was
super
the
chat.
troll
Tickled
tip.
Bruno did
Oh
super
no, never
chat.
mind. Never mind.
Would it be better to have a couple sponsors and have to worry about hitting your goals? Yes and no. Because here's the thing, sponsors are a whole other ball game. When you have sponsors, now you got to worry about
Thought it
having
was.
sponsors.
My bad.
Oops, did I say or do something today that cost me the sponsorship? Oops, did my trolls misrepresent something that I said or did today to act like I did something I didn't, and now you lose the sponsorship? Oops, now did I offend all my audience because I'm sponsoring a product that they think is not good, or they think is not in their own line of political views, or, oh, I had to waste 15 minutes of what I was supposed to be quality stream today shilling a product. Did that bother people? It's a whole other, it really is, it's a whole other thing. It's a whole other drama thing that doesn't make sense, doesn't fit in with my content, so I'm glad I don't have to do it.
What?
Snow Carl,
Glad he doesn't have to
9
work
months.
for a
Your hair
sponsorship.
looks pretty great recently. I love the cut. It does. It's my normal hairdo. Nothing special. Whatever. I'll take the
Paranoid,
compliment, thanks.
insecure,
ASP taking your
middle-aged
compliment.
man.
Haseo X5 has re-upped his membership for 21 months. I just started watching your Hogwarts playthrough. Oh, enjoy it. So far, I'm like 25 hours in. I really love the game. I'm taking my time with it. It's not going to be a rushed playthrough. I'm really enjoying all the content and the immersion of this cool world they've created. So
Skip.
there you go.
I'm gonna skip
I received
this.
a $6 tip.
Ooh.
I'm not a troll. Stop mischaracterizing me. It stresses me out. I like to remain anonymous. Okay. I haven't said your name. I said anonymous the whole time, actually. So, a $6 anonymous tip from this person.
A
Okay.
nice pay pig right there.
You're not a troll. You're not being facetious.
Dude's
There's no
paranoid
meme that
as
I'm asexual.
fuck.
All right, I take it back. We're gonna delete the meme. There's no meme that it's an asexual side Phil. There you go. We're taking it away.
Makes fun of somebody's sexuality, thinking because he
I mean, geez,
again
if
tried
I
to
really
apply
was
it to
asexual, I
himself.
must have really hated all those years where I was constantly making sex jokes, you know, to appease a teen audience, 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, so
I
you
must have been
were
like the Mark Summers
children's entertainer.
of content creation. Are you aware of the story of Mark Summers? Does anyone know who that is? Mark Summers was Double Dare, a show where families would get together and completely covered in shit. Constantly be covered in crap. Order sufferer. In his real life, everything has to be neat and cleaned and shit all day. That he actually game show host of that era. What a great guy he was. Saying that I'm asexual. Holy shit. How, all those years of stupid immature commentary must have tortured me, right?
Scanning tips. I'm trying to
I don't know
wrap
what you're
up
talking
because
about.
I'm gonna go for a
Someone
walk.
just tipped $1 and said, "Why won't I react to any new documentaries about me? They're not different from Frederick Knudsen. If you feel someone has done a fair documentary about me that's actually well researched, right, and actually,
I mean, there's a couple out there, but you
is
won't look at them.
informed and is a fair shake, as opposed to, oh, I just watched a ton of detractor videos, compiled it all together, and said that it was fact." And if you have something like
He's
that,
talking about Secret
share it with me.
Limited.
Because that, I don't know if it's happened
What
or
about
not.
Ex Mortis?
I don't follow negative content about me. I've completely tuned it out. You can't be following that shit. You can't in life. You
He
can't be
does.
listening to every toxic, negative thing someone says about you. You got to just move forward positively. So I'm not paying any attention.
When I did the troll intros for him, he outed himself saying that detractors had pointed out that it was trolls. How would he know? Well, later down the road, it got confirmed that he watched a short, an Aquateal short about the Moist Critical thing. So when that information came out, it really confirmed that, oh yeah, he watches this, and he tells his fans not to. It's obvious.
Last year, I reacted to the Frederick Knudsen documentary, and then I did the whole John and Howard thing. Was that not enough? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, was that not
For
enough?
you,
Why
for
do I
you,
keep
it was too
going back
much
to it?
emotionally.
I don't. Maybe I feel like I've done.
You
enough.
felt really hot during
Maybe
the
another
John
5
and Howard
years will be
one.
time to go back down that nonsense rabbit hole.
5 years. So when there's enough time away, and I don't think he's gonna make it to 5 years, and if he does, oh my god! But he's still not gonna touch it.
I certainly don't feel like it's time to do it now. All right, this guy right here just said a blatant lie. It says that this particular person is well researched. It's a complete lie, so you're banned permanently.
Wait,
You're
what?
not coming back.
Who is
It's
that?
time to do it now.
Who did he ban?
All right, this guy right here just said a blatant lie.
Where? I don't see it. Secret limited stuff. Oh, there it is. I totally was trying to read through chat.
It says that this particular person is well researched. It's a complete lie, so you're banned permanently. You're not coming back. That's a million
Insecure
percent
man.
false.
Insecure man.
Okay.
And look at that, $26 in tips.
No, we're not watching Sony State of Play today. I already explained. We're not watching Sony State of Play today. I know it's going on in a
Heck
little
you
bit.
guys.
I'm gonna be playing a game,
Heck
doing my
you
usual
guys.
gameplay, and we'll talk about it after the
I
fact.
don't want to do it. Now tip me.
All right, guys, it's time to end. We went a little
Yay.
long. We always go long on my day back from break. It's just a common thing. It's to
You
be
bitch and you
expected,
whine
correct?
and you
Because
moan.
coming back, people have a lot of questions or whatever.
No, it's you wanting to.
Salie, this
Bitch
super
about the
chat
world
started
around you.
Last of Us 2. What are your thoughts on it? Oh, masterpiece, masterclass, best game of all time. 10 out of 10. If I could give it an 11 out of 10, I'd give it an 11 out of 10. Especially that insanely great pacing. Respect for the character building that was done in the first game. And, overall general attention to care and detail there. I keep putting caps lock on and off here.
Keep losing that eyeball.
Salie, I spelled your name wrong 4 times, and at this point, I think I'm going to give up. How do you spell your name?
Skip.
So there you go. That's correct. I just took the quicker option. Instead of actually telling my true thoughts, I just did the quicker option so I can get out of this podcast. All right, guys. Quicker option.
What?
Cool. So there you go. Out of this podcast. All right, guys. Thank you so very much. Let's end the show and get into Atomic Heart. All right. But by the way,
we're going to...
please, as we're about to start,
Skip.
so we got to take like a fiver. All right. Would you guys be upset with me if I ran some ads? If you actually say right now,
right.
yes, we'd be upset with you.
Well, I'm gonna pause here and I'm gonna say thank you guys for hanging out. It's been fun. I'm gonna try to fix a lot of the things that I had. I had a 8-ball kind of redeem, but that didn't work out. So to go back to the drawing board and figure that out. Yeah, thank you. Next time, I think I'm gonna have this guy set up for some detailing because we're getting close to finishing that up. And then I will be working on this off stream and doing his whole arm so that way the puppet works. But yeah, just want to say thanks for hanging out, guys, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.